What's good? Good morning, y'all. What is it? August the 20th this morning. Hey, man, let me know if this is coming in clear because y'all know me. I get started and I want to make sure I don't have to go back out and come back in. Bighorn Kev's in the building. What's good, Dems? Time to wake up. Hey, well, Mr. Dronza, he's in the building. Mud Shark, always. This is capping the volcano. Man, I had to make sure I go get me some drinks. Shoot, forget that. I tell folks, it's like if I don't have nothing to drink, I can't really start a live stream. I got to get it going right. But we got some fun stuff to cover today. Man, we got some good stuff. Like I said, that video I dropped this morning is actually, it's doing pretty well. I'm glad people are really receptive to that. But I got another video that I'm going to show from another corporation because y'all know me, just like when I did that live concert thing about antitrust and try to pair it up with what Uber and everything's doing. I got the same deal right now with Kellogg. When y'all see this, y'all gonna be like, wow, that's rideshare all over again. Corporate America is really starting to irritate people right now, and people are waking up to it. What up, King James, my brother? Hold up. All right, first I'm gonna let's go in here real quick. We're gonna start off the day with some Lyft stock. Let's see where we at. Look at where, all right, this is where we at right now. 1138. We're at 1138. What up, MG? Slide to raw. Like I said, over the past 5 days, like I said, it was at 1024 about 5 days ago. It was up to 1138. Now, I said it was going to come back to about $12. Let's see if it comes back to $12. But where's Uber at? Uber's over here. Is Uber up or down today? I'm not sure. Let's look at Uber. Uber's down too. So both stocks are kind of down today over the last 5 days. Uber's rose about $2. Yeah, so they made a dip this morning. Now they're trying to make a comeback this afternoon before it closed. But yeah, Uber and Lyft, man, I'm telling you, they just, let's go back into Lyft. Wait a minute. I had Lyft. There we go. Lyft's right here. Yeah, so they opened this morning at 1154. Their low is 1131. They sent 1137. Yeah, so they haven't quite made it back up to that 12 because it was 1238. So they're still $1 down from when we started looking at this. We're about $1 down. What up, Duado? So they're trying to make that run back to $12. They went all the way down into the 8s. I think it was like 895 they went down to. Because I said they're going to drop to 10. They dropped all the way down to 895. Now they're trying to make that climb back up to 12 so they can get their money back from that last screw up. Johnny, what's up? What's up? MG, the 300, what's up? The captain in the 300, looking like Jack Sparrow around there. Man. But yeah, but I'm going to show you guys a video and I'm going to comment on it. I'm going to narrate it. So I'm going to need my headset because I want to narrate this video. This is a really, really good video I'm about to show you guys. And like I said, I'm always digging in archives. I watch a lot of people's content from years ago, because I tell people with history, if you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. So I like to look at historical content. I don't just look at the most recent stuff. I kind of dig in. So I'm going to show you guys. There was something that I put on watch later. This is a good video, man. It's a good video. Y'all going to be like, what? This is all right. This is it right here. This video right here. I was watching a little bit of it. Thank you. All the way back up.
It's in there pumping us up.
It is with sincere gratitude.
Let me back this up. So what this is about the Kellogg's, the CEO, talking about working people to the bone. And like I said, we know how we got rideshare channels out there. You got to work 84 hours a week. You got to maximize your apps. You got to run your apps to full capacity to maximize your revenue. But they're not maximizing profits. This is a video that sounds just like those channels, all those 84-hour-a-week channels out there. You know, start your app at 8 in the morning and drive till 8 at night. This video is, I'm telling you, wait till you hear how this went. This is,
you know, we need you. You're going to run these plants at 24/7 for the foreseeable future.
24/7.
People are tired. They're exhausted. Working 7 days a week as is, nonstop.
The company's not about us. You know, it's all about what they can do and how much money they can make.
Sounds like Uber. Sounds like Uber and Lyft. It's not about us. It's about how much money they can make off of us.
Honestly, I think corporate greed has took over. And, you know, I don't know how to stop that train.
We know how to stop that train. Cash rides, private rides. You want to take advantage of us? We got something for you. Trust me. But this video was so
And it is a
good.
corporation that has decided to go and compensate their executives and their salaried people and not trickle that down to its workers that, you know, we're in the plant every day during this pandemic.
Yep. A lot of us worked all through the pandemic. Didn't even care about getting sick or
Our
what.
plants have been running 24/7 from day one, operating the plants at 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, breaking production records each and every day.
So, I mean, we basically live there.
Our average schedule is for most folks is 8 days a week. So you're going to work 7 days plus a 8-hour overtime day.
Sometimes 16-hour days.
16-hour days.
People are tired.
We are just a number. And they care about making more. You know, just it's never enough for them. All the money that they made during this pandemic, that wasn't enough.
It was definitely.
I'm going to stop that right there. Now, these are all the employees of Kellogg's. They sound so much like gig workers right now. You know how people say, go get a real job. A real job is. These people work at a real job, technically traditional real job. And look at how they sound. Don't they sound just like us? 16-hour days, 7 days a week, 24/7, running both apps all day. No, they're just covering the executives and their staff. They're not worried about the actual workers. They're just paying all their they sound just like gig workers. This video was shot 2 years ago. This is when this video came out. When did it? Let me see. When did it come out? It came out. This is from More Perfect Union 2 years ago. And we know More Perfect Union, they got some bomb ass videos over there, but I'm going to put the link to it in there. 2 years ago, this video came out. And I mean, when you sit and you see how all of these people sound, yeah, made the comment, let them eat cereal. I know they made that. They're all sounding just like gig workers. And when I hear gig workers, they're like my man Jesse said, he took a gig worker to the shop today to pick up her car. And he was letting her listen to one of the videos. And he was like, yeah, man, she like disagree with everything you said. You said, well, they're giving us flexibility. I'm okay with what they're paying us because they're giving us flexibility. This is what the pigeon was saying while Jesse was taking her to the shop this morning. He texted me about it. Well, they're giving us, you don't give somebody flexibility and run them to the bone saying, well, hey, we're giving you flex. You ain't giving it to us. We're creating flexibility when we create our own schedule. This is what we do. Now we're creating more flexibility by doing cash rides. I'm going to let you listen to more of this video. This is where he's kind of killing it right here.
Definitely a wow factor when you're looking at double-digit growth, high double-digit growth.
Our net sales came in much higher than expected.
Our penetration is up, our usage is up. So we have been operating at well above 100% capacity on many of our platforms. And so we've benefited from the stay at home. There's no question about it. We had a very strong quarter.
Now they sound just like Uber, pushing people to the limit. He's talking to shareholders, not to workers.
Make that kind of money and make those profits and still have it not be enough for you. But when we say it's not enough for us, you don't care.
Courage or compassion?
Both.
Our human compassion for people is non-existent. It's all about the business.
We're focused on productivity. We'll always look at productivity to see what we can do to offset rising commodity costs, rising costs in general.
I'm happy to report that we've managed to increase our production.
Exactly. And that's how Uber sound. Our demand,
Cash flow
demand
remained strong, and we were able to accelerate share buybacks into the first quarter.
Talked about returning cash to share owners in 2021. We're going to do that. We're going to, be back into share buybacks.
Now, have we heard of share buybacks in rideshare? Have we talked about share buybacks? The $7 billion in Uber buying back shares for the first time in the history of the company. Did we not talk about share buybacks? I'm telling you, this video sounded so much like, and this was done 2 years ago. This video was shot 2 years ago. And here we are in 2024. And we're talking about share buybacks. This is how they get all the money we earn, all the money we've made. And instead of giving it to us, they give it to people who say, hey, man, since you invested in our company, we're going to make you rich. What about the people that actually work? Can you just make us, not even rich, just kind of like better than what we are? You ain't got to make us rich. Make us better than what we are. We're struggling right now. We don't have EBT like a lot of the illegals might have EBT cards and stuff like that. We don't have that. But at least make us whole with knowing that we're out working. We're using our own equipment, using our own cars, our own fuel, our own repairs. And you're saying $15 an hour is too much for us. And we're the ones doing all the work with our equipment to benefit everybody on the back end. Then they're going to use that money to say, we're going to buy back shares. We're going to use all this money y'all made. Instead of giving it to y'all, we're going to buy back shares. We've been down this road before. We've heard this before.
Making us look like we're some sort of greedy monster coming after their profits when they made several $billion just last year.
And they have right now a contract that's expired that has industry-leading wages and benefits. It is an excellent offer.
I think the company is being very greedy. They made a ton of money. They were calling us heroes.
To everyone around the world working so hard to bring breakfast to the table, thank you.
And they're pumping us up.
It is with sincere gratitude and respect extend a heartfelt thank you to our employees for their dedication and hard work, their bravery during such a challenging and turbulent time. Their commitment and dedication has been inspiring, but it has not been surprising.
People understood that we were joined up, that we were connected, and that we were indeed standing in solidarity with one another.
Who's ever making these decisions, they don't care about the people.
Facts. And that's the thing. We say that about Uber and Lyft all the time. They don't care about the drivers. They only care about their profits and their shareholders. That's it.
A word to describe your leadership style.
Shoulder to shoulder.
They're not showing that they care about any of us. Even the people that have been here for years, we're not getting any kind of, not even a thank you.
I talk to our people at all levels as much as I possibly can. And I tell them I get more out of these meetings than you do, because that's what fuels my energy.
I think honestly, the company could have done more for its people that are working every day for them during these times.
Exactly.
Talk about our company having a heart and soul, and we mean it.
They have put profits over people for years now. It's been more and more evident the longer I've been
Let's
here.
turn closed captions off. Yeah, so that was the video I wanted to show you guys this morning right there. Just to put things into perspective, because I know we talk a lot about corporate and we talk a lot about the drivers who we all have our own independent businesses that's actually earning and providing the money that corporate is using to pay off their debts, to pay off lawsuits. We're paying off the lawsuits. We're paying off the lawsuits that we're essentially creating when we say, hey, you guys are doing us wrong through antitrust violations and stuff like that. And they go, okay, we'll settle. We'll settle for this amount. Then what do? They drop lower pay, increase rider fares, and they say, now you guys can pay off these lawsuits. You're basically paying yourself. The only way we get around that is saying, I'm going to do a cash ride. That's all. I'm just going to do a cash ride. I mean, I'm not going to pay off you guys' lawsuits. I'm trying to pay off, my cars, my house, my repair bills. I'm paying that off. So instead of worrying about your lawsuits, I'm going to do something a little different. And that's what a lot of us is doing right here. A lot of us are changing our own narrative by saying, instead of allowing these apps, like this lady this morning that Jesse took this morning, she was like, oh, I'm fine with what they pay us. I'm fine with what they pay. She's a pitcher. She has no idea how good this could be. And she's not been a driver that long. So she's sitting around the whole time. Oh, I'm okay with what they're paying us. It's flexibility is what I'm here for. The apps know people like this exist. They know there are pigeons out there that would take 50 cents a mile. Not paid for your time at all, just 50 cents a mile, no time payment. Walking around making $9 an hour profit, probably $8 an hour profit. You work $8 an hour profit, 10 hours a day. You just made $80 to cover your mortgage, to cover your car insurance, to cover your car note, to cover but you just made $80 all day, because the rest of the money is sitting on the apps. That's for the car. That's fuel and everything to deal with the car. You made $80 profit all day. And you're like, oh yeah, I can live off of $80 a day. You better off getting a W-2, because you can make $20 a day, $20 an hour, go work an 8-hour day, and you just made $160. You're doubling your money by having a W-2 at $20 an hour. So, but you got pigeons out there that don't know math. All they know is stay busy, stay busy. I got to just, they keep sending me rides nonstop. I love it. I tell them, don't send me a ride. If that's what you send to me, don't even send it to me. Because if you send it to me, I'm end up converting it anyways. Because I'm going to look and say $20 for that. Wait a minute. How much are people paying right now? What's the market going rate for selling somebody like me? What's the market rate for a slave right now? Oh, $62? And you giving me 19 out of the 62? Tell you what, I'm going to do it for 40, 45. Now I feel like I'm getting the benefit now. You're not going to just live off my back, paying off lawsuits, giving shareholders money back. We're not going to do it like that. And also, the Uber CEO letting customers do tip baiting on delivery drivers. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. That's why I stopped doing Uber Eats a long time ago. I stopped a long time ago. I only got tip baited maybe 2 or 3 times the whole time. But I was fed up because I called the customer service and I told them what happened. I said, hey, man, this was like this far away. I only took it because this was the amount that was going. And I got there to the hotel, delivered the guy's food. An hour later, you said the tip was going to come through. It never showed. Then when the screen finally was at the finalization screen, the dude tip baited me. He pulled the tip. So I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be delivering for you guys no more. I haven't done the delivery since. That was the last delivery I did. I was dead serious. Like I said, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm doing it. This is it. And I'd say my decision is final. I'm going to do what I have to do. I'll figure it out. I started doing rideshare differently, started converting more trips and everything else like that. And what happened? Life came out better with me not driving around getting tip baited, doing all this delivery for $3. Oh, I just delivered this for $3.08 because the person pulled the $15 tip. He pulled the $10 tip. I'm not going to be sitting around driving over $3 or $4 and these people are not getting punished for it. We're not being made whole for it. They do this to people and then they turn around and say, well, you know, just next delivery will be better. Do the next one. No, because everybody knows the scheme right now. They knows the scheme. The scheme is you could tip bait people and make them take your order, bring your food real fast, and then just pull the tip away. I mean, you can save your money for another delivery and just keep doing it to people all the time. There's no consequence for those kind of people. So Jeff got a passenger yesterday whose car broke down. I gave him a free ride back down the Springs, 90 miles. Turns out he works for United Airlines. He gifted me 3 round-trip flights anywhere in the world. That's crazy. 3 round-trip flights anywhere in the world. Man, I'm telling you. Mudshark, get the fuck out of here. I don't like that. Don't sit there and try to tell me some shit. Talking about some fucking, I'm out of here if you're going to ignore my text. Motherfucker, I don't read every goddamn message. I can't read all these fucking chats. If I don't see it, I don't see it. You really want me to read some shit bad? Add a fucking super chat to it. But don't fuck with me today. I'm starting to have a good day and you coming at me sideways already. Well, I'm out of here if you're going to ignore my messages. Fuck you. I'll ban your ass from here. Give a fuck about you. Don't do me like that, man. You know how I am. Try to fucking rush me. I'm on here. I'm having a live stream right now. I'm chatting. I'm reading what I can fucking read. If it's that damn important, add it to a fucking super chat. Now read it. Man, people don't fuck with me, man. I be having a good day. I don't like people that do that shit to me, man. That's disrespectful. I don't go to nobody's super chats and do that shit to nobody. Oh, I'm out of here if you don't read my message. Who the fuck are you? You ain't that damn important. If you are, add a super chat to that shit now. Fucking read it. Don't stop me from reading everybody else's shit because you think you important. I'll kick your ass off my fucking channel. I don't play that, man. I'm having a good goddamn day. Motherfuckers be starting with me, man, early as a motherfucker. Don't play with me. I'll kick you off this fucking channel like I did. I don't play that shit, man. Don't come over here doing that shit to me. Take your ass to another fucking channel. Serious, man. I'm cool, man. I'm one of the coolest people. I do my best to keep up with the chat. I do my best. But I am gonna have a live stream and talk about what I'm gonna talk about. But you gonna ride my ass. You ain't even put no motherfucking super chat up. This motherfucker never gave me a super chat ever. Like you important enough to make me stop my fucking live stream to read your shit. Motherfucker, please get off my fucking channel. Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me. People actually support this channel and I read they shit. I do my best to keep up with everybody. Don't bring your ragged ass over here saying if you ain't gonna read my shit and I'm leaving. Motherfucker, I'll help you leave. You don't support this channel any fucking ways. Get out of here. Motherfucker, don't play with me. I'm an easygoing person. I'm one of the nicest YouTubers out there when it comes to keeping up with the chat. When it comes to hanging out with people. I'm nice. But don't bullshit me, man. Don't fuck with me, man. I don't play that shit. We having a good day. We having a great time. This is what we do. Time to wake up. Fuck that. Peace out, Jeff. I'm out if you're gonna ignore me. Exactly. Real shit, man. Motherfuckers, I'm out of here if you're gonna ignore me. I can't keep on every goddamn comment. It'd be like fucking 700 comments, and I'm sitting there having a live stream. Like, what the fuck, man? Oh, Greg, oh man, hey, I ride people's ass. I don't give a fuck, man. I mean, I've been doing this shit for a long time, man. I hang out and I have a good time. But when people fuck with me, I let them know they fucking with me. I let them know because I don't got time for that shit. Man, what up, Drew? Drew said, man, I came in at the right time. No, man, people on my ass today already, and I ain't even like that. This motherfucker ain't never dropped me a super chat ever. Got the nerve to tell me I need to read his shit. And if I don't read his shit, he gonna leave. motherfucker, I'll kick you out. The fuck out of here. Don't threaten me. I'm leaving. Shit, I'll help you. It's like, fuck with me today. This is an easy day. Yeah, for real, Meg. I'm telling you, man. I'm too easy for that. Everybody know me, man. Everybody know me. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. But don't ever come on my channel fucking with me, because this will be the last time you be on my channel. It's a lot of channels out there that need motherfuckers like that. I don't. I'm not one of them channels that need people like that. It's like, motherfucker acting like you the main character in this movie. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I represent the chat. I read the chat as much as I can. I keep up with it. It's like, damn, man, don't fucking harass me over some shit. Threaten me. I'm leaving your channel if you don't read my comment. Get the fuck up out of here. Like, man, I don't play that shit. It's like, you one motherfucker out of 7 billion people on this planet. You ain't never put up $1 on this motherfucking chat. And you got nerve to tell me, read your shit or you leaving. Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm way too easy going for that shit, man. Way too easy. Oh, yeah. Hey, thank you for sticking up for me the other day. Hey, I try. And a lot of people, man, is like, shoot. Like Courtney say, hey, what Courtney say up here? So even Tom be saying, hey, Jeff, you missed a comment. Go back. Because people know, man, I do my best to keep up with the chat, but I'm going to always keep this live stream rolling. I'm going to keep it rolling. So thanks for the content. You're going to hate me, but not cherry picking is the only way I can make $25 an hour in Connecticut, moving to DC in September. See, Courtney, and that's the thing. This is what kills me, Courtney. I'm glad you said that. This is a good point. You just made a good point. You said, you know, you're gonna hate me, but not cherry picking is the only way I can make $25 an hour. $25 an hour is less than 50 cents a minute. You're making less than 50 cents a minute. And imagine if you could drive, let's say 30, 40 miles in an hour. That's not even $1 a mile. So you're making less than 50 cents a minute, less than $1 a mile. And you're saying, I'm doing well. Really? This is 2024. I mean, in 1984, that $25 an hour would be a whole lot in 1984. But in 2024, I mean, we out here making $70, $80, $100 an hour, $120 an hour. We really making that. And we got videos. I throw our videos in the membership. I put videos in. People see I make $60 in like 28 minutes. $60 in 28 minutes. And you telling me it'll take you over 2 hours to make what I can make in 20 minutes by converting a ride. It'll take you over 2 hours. See, I'm glad you made that comment, because it shows the difference in how driver types are out there. You got people like Time to Wake Up. Time to Wake Up, he'll sit there and he'll do family and friends ride. He'll drive about 3-4 hours, crank out $500. But if you're not cherry picking and taking everything in 3-4 hours, you're making 75 to 100, where he's making 300. You see what the difference is? And that's why we say it's not about cherry picking. It's about converting. There's no cherries left in this game. This cherry tree is dead. This cherry tree is dead. Exactly. $25 an hour was good 10 years ago. But at $25 an hour, you work in 10-hour days to make $10.50, to make $2.50. There's people right now working 10 hours a day. They're making, $500-600 because they're converting more. They're not just doing what the rides say. See, $7.50 Saturday on 10 rides. They're not just doing, I'm going to just drive balls to the wall and just take everything, and that's more revenue. A lot of channels will teach you to do that. $25 an hour by taking all the rides they give you. Guess how much these apps are charging riders? You know how much they're charging riders? Anywhere between $90 to $120 an hour in actual fares that are going to you. $90 to $120 an hour. And you're saying you're getting $25 out of that $90 to $100 in economy that's being billed through you. It's going to end up on your 1099. They're billing it to you, saying you made $90 an hour, but you only netted $25 an hour. They're going to 1099 it for you. So what are you going to do? They send you a ride for $10, $11. And I even showed. I was doing rides the other night, $40, 1 mile. I was doing what, $25, 3 miles. Sometimes you got to say, hey, you know what? If you guys aren't willing to pay me, you're going to end up like that Kellogg's video I showed. That Kellogg's video, what was he saying? The guy was saying, oh man, they're running us ragged. They're beating us to death. We're working up to 16 hours a day. We're not getting any of the money. They got record profits. They're even doing stock buybacks to give money back to the investors, but they ain't giving us nothing. That's why I wanted to play that video this morning, because it was so in line with Uber. It was so in line with what's going on right now with rideshare. Yeah, I was making $25 20 years ago. And I'm telling you, man, not cherry picking. If you can work for an hour and they keep your car running, even for 40 minutes out of that hour, even for 40, and all you're getting is $25. That's not even $1 a minute. If you're going, let's say 30, 40 miles and all you're getting is $25, you're not even getting $1 a mile. If you're going to cherry pick, you need to start cherry picking people who you think you can convert for a good ride. If you see a ride that says $24, now we get this all the time, and people know in Phoenix, you know what I'm talking about. We get $24 rides from downtown Phoenix almost to Queen Creek, $24. That's what the app will pay you, $24. Now I do, the airport is far west. Downtown Phoenix is kind of west. The airport is a little more east of it. I do rides from the airport to Queen Creek for $130, and the people are totally fine with it because what they're paying the app is a little more than that. But what the apps are doing is saying, we're going to let you drive from downtown, which is even further, all the way to Queen Creek, and we're going to pay you $24 when I'm doing them for $130 on my own. So $25 an hour sounds like an app trap. They want to trap you into making that. Exactly. They want to trap you into making 25, 30. I'm telling you, Alex, man, not everybody ready for this conversation. People really have a safe worker mentality. And it's like, if they want to trap you in 25 an hour, 32.50 an hour, 15 an hour, they're going to trap you. You have to free yourself. You free yourself when you free this rider from the matrix. When you tell this rider, listen, I'm getting $13 for this ride. The other day, Jamil just sent me a text today. He was standing next to Marcel. Marcel said he told the lady, listen, I'm not going to be able to do this ride for $19. It's just not enough. Jamil texts me. Marcel didn't text me. Jamil said, I was standing next to Marcel when he was saying this shit on the phone. He says, hey, I can't do it for 19. The lady gave him $50. He went from 19 to 50 through having a conversation. This is how we support each other. Jamil is with Marcel. He's like, man, good shit, Marcel. We promote and we pump each other up. Good shit. He hit me up, Jeff. Man, I was standing right next. This is what Marcel just did. He took a $19 ride, turned into a $50 ride. You have to free yourself. You've got to free yourself, free that rider that's standing next to you. And if you're not willing to free that rider, you're going to leave them on a plantation. You're going to let them get gouged, which is funny because I wear a shirt that says, Uber and Lyft steals fares and tips. And on the backs, it says in theft and gouging. It says in theft and gouging. Been wearing this shirt for about a year now. In theft and gouging. Kind of funny. Guess what the Democratic platform is? We're going to end price gouging. You had 4 years to do it. We've been telling people for 4 years they're gouging us. Gouging didn't just come out in 2024. They've been gouging riders, and we've been talking about it. If you had a chance to end gouging, you would have did it already. So for sit there with your brother, Tony West, sitting at Uber, your brother is Tony West, his brother-in-law. I say brother, people say brother-in-law because he married her sister. I don't care. Family is family. I don't walk around, hey, man, you're my second cousin. Hey, you're my brother-in-law. Hey, no, fuck that. That's her brother. So when your brother is sitting at Uber gouging people and you sitting there going, oh, yeah, we're going to end gouging. I'm like, no, we ain't into gouging. You have 4 years to do it. We will end gouging and convert. That's how we do it. We do it. Big Orange Kev, my brother, what's up? Why you ignoring me on my birthday, Jeff? I'm out. Happy birthday, Kev. Wait, today's your birthday? Kev, today is your birthday. No bullshit. Today is my little brother's birthday. August the 20th, man. That's crazy. Happy birthday to you and my little brother, Russ. That's crazy. Y'all on the same day. That's nuts. Oh, yeah. The gouging started during the pandemic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Kev. I see you, brother. I see you. Happy birthday, August the 20th, Leo. You and my little brother the same day. August the 16th. I'm August the 9th. Man, we got a lot of Leos in here. What Drew say? Even in markets without rate cards, Gruber charges passengers 2 times as much as driver's pay rate. Yep. I know. Hey, it's my brother's birthday too. Well, August the 20th was a good day then. Damn, that was a good day. Guess what? August the 20th is exactly 9 months after Thanksgiving. So what happened is y'all parents ate some turkey and dressing and shit and was all cozied up on Thanksgiving night. And that's how y'all ass came. Y'all Thanksgiving babies. Y'all a bunch of turkeys. It's like shit. Like, man, y'all some turkeys, man. Y'all some turkeys. Uh-oh, the youngest daughter is turning 21. Oh, happy birthday to her too, man. Hey, happy birthday, Kev, Bighorn Kev. And don't forget this weekend, Kev is actually doing a live stream. Wait a minute, today, I think is it noon today? Yeah, at noon, we have the Hum meeting today. The Hum meeting's at noon. Well, it's on Zoom though, but I would do it, but I can't because I'm online. Greg, you stupid. You stupid. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Stop ignoring me, man. What's wrong with you? Thank you, brother. No, but for real, man, I do my best to read the super chats because you guys support, and I know the chat get the flying, and people are having conversations within conversations. So I don't really read every super chat, but I catch the ones that kind of stand out and jump at me in my eye. I can see it, and I'll try to wrap that up into the conversation we're having, especially if it's on topic. A lot of things are off topic, so I don't quite grab just super chats to grab comments out of the thing when I'm on a totally different topic, because then it sounds like I'm jumping around and I'm not staying on topic. But yeah, man, the turkey didn't do his job with tryptophan. Exactly. But no, Greg, I appreciate the super chat, brothers. Stop ignoring me, man. I'm telling you, that shit's crazy. I'm like, I have never in my entire life of YouTubing ever told whoever's live streaming, hey man, stop ignoring me. What the fuck? This is a live stream. You let people run their live streams. If you got something important to say, like I said, like my man, Time to Wake Up. Appreciate you, Greg, Bighorn Kev. Time to Wake Up. Appreciate y'all, man. Because this is how you support a live stream. And it's like, we're not on the right now. You guys are on the road turning $12 rides into $40 rides. And it's only taking you 22 minutes. I'm supporting you guys by doing a live stream. I'm getting you guys amped up, ramped up, ready to go out there and make it. I'm talking to riders as the riders sit in your backseat if you plan this live stream, letting them know the truth about the industry. We're surrounding people with education when I'm running live streams. So when people support me, I appreciate that, because I could be out there right now on the apps taking rides, $40, $60. I could be doing that right now. But I choose to give up my time to help educate, inspire, motivate, to even talk to riders. If you don't know what to say to a rider, cool. All you got to do is just put on my live stream and say, hey, Jeff, I'm about to pick somebody up right now. Cool. Pick them up. Because when they get in the car, I'm going to make sure when you say I just pulled up, I'm going to start talking about conversions. I'm going to start talking about drivers. It might help your pitch better. I might help you make more money. This live stream might help you make more money. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. What'd you say, Drew? Acting like my little sister's attention-seeking German Shepherd. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the fuck, man? This is YouTube. This is a live stream. And like I said, I don't knock no fucking body. But don't sit up here and tell me to read my shit or I'm leaving. Should I help you leave, motherfuckers? Like, I'm like that. That's really how I am. Everybody know that shit. Don't do me like that. Like, I'm like, no, please don't leave. No, fuck that. Get out of here. Y'all know how I am. It's like, shit. I know I never heard such a thing, man. I'm sitting there like, this is YouTube. Everybody does. Thank you, Big On K. My daughter's July the 20th, son is September the 20th. A lot of baby make between Halloween and Thanksgiving and all 20ths. Wait a minute. Your daughter's is July the 20th. Yours is September the 20th. Yours is August the 20th. And your son's is September. So y'all all 20ths, like 20, 20, 20. Dude, that's crazy. Y'all need to get tattoos. Just say each one of y'all just get a big 20. Just get the exact same number 20. All get a tattoos. That's crazy. Marcel, my brother. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Dude flips a switch in a heartbeat. Makes you respect them more. No, right? No, right. I really don't, brother. I really don't. I just can't take, the audacity of some fucking people, man. Because we be flowing, we be having a good time. We on topic, we on task. We got, energy going. We talking about how we're going to help improve each other. And the motherfucker stand up, listen to me or I'm leaving. That's the motherfucker that flips a switch. That shit, we ain't on that. We not on that. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we going to lose you today. You got to come back another day. We done with you already today. The live stream just fucking started and you already out the fucking room. I'm like that. I'm really like that. Because I wouldn't do nobody. And I think that's what it is, because I respect each of you guys as your own CEOs. I respect each person in this chat as a CEO. I talk to y'all like business people. We go through stocks. We go through a lot. I talk to y'all like business people, not like subscribers. This is our boardroom. I know this is a barbecue. We chat. Thank you, Ben and Breakfast. And when we talk about, what's in the chat, and we talk about, life, but we keep it 100 with each other. This is the barbecue. We keep it 100. We show each other mutual respect. Because any one of y'all today, any one of y'all can be making $100 an hour all day. Anybody, in this chat right now could be out there making $100 per hour all day. There is nothing stopping nobody from doing it except you. You are stopping yourself. When you get that $25, $30 ride, guess what? Convert it to 50. You just help the rider. You just help yourself. Anybody in this chat could be $100 per hour driver. And I'm going to tell you, there's 2,080 hours in a normal year, 2,080 normal work hours. If you're making $100 an hour, and there's 2,080 hours, you're a $200,000 person I'm talking to, damn near $250,000 person sitting in my chat right now. And I'm glad to have you here. You damn near a $250,000 person sitting in my chat, hanging out with me. I should be showing you some respect. You ain't no $15 an hour motherfucker to me. Ain't nobody in this chat $15 an hour to me. No. Everybody got the potential to be way more than what these apps want to make you. They're mad because they're getting paid $125,000, but they want to put $140,000 on our 1099s like we making $140. Oh, you make more than me, Jeff. You earn more than me, Jeff. No, don't give me that shit. Don't give me that. Because if I was making $140,000, my bank account would show $140,000 passing through. So you book $140,000 on the app, but guess how much passes through my bank account? 30, 40, 50. Not no 140,000. So don't call me no 140,000 unless you out there converting your rides. You out there converting your rides, guess what? You a $200,000 person, $250,000. Man. Say, hey, Jeff, I'm glad you got your new mobile device. Just wondering if you get a chance to read my email. I know you got a lot, but I was the guy that was recommending getting 2 phones, one iOS and Android. Yeah, but that's the thing, man. Everything in my house runs on Android. My whole alarm system runs on Android. My washing machine runs on Android. My TV's an Android. Everything I got runs on Android. So if I got an iOS, I have to switch out all my security cameras to be unlocked to where they could do Android or iOS. That's the thing. All my security, I even got 2 security cameras on the shelf out there. I still got to install, but they're Android too. They're iOS, Android, motion detectors, big ass spotlights, record everything around the property. So when I get phones, it's not just for driving, it's for life. I've been Android for life. My whole life is wrapped around Android. I got security systems at my house run through Android. So it's not, a matter of, hey, I need an iOS. No, I do way more than just drive, way more than drive. And I understand iOS because even from that old Samsung A32 I had, that phone lasted me 5 years. That phone built YouTube. That Android built this YouTube channel from 8 subs to almost 11,000 subs. That little Android, the A32, built my YouTube channel. 99% of my videos come from that phone. The edits come from that phone. Everything on TikTok comes from that phone. Everything on Facebook comes from that phone. I've had that phone since 2019. I respect the A32. I respect it. It did some serious work, man. It did some serious work. And while everybody else is going through different phones over the last 5 years, that was one telephone, ran 4 companies. I'm texting people, I'm taking pictures, I'm recording repairs, I'm doing everything. That one phone ran 4 companies. Little $200 Samsung A32 ran 4 companies, started a YouTube channel with it. So I got to show her some love. I show her respect, man. I show her some respect. Because Apple, people may love it. They got it and everything else. That's cool. That's cool. I do a lot. Like a lot. I mean, I got a F-150 sitting on the side of right behind me, not even 15 feet behind me. Through this red wall, there's a F-150 sitting there, and I got to yank the transmission out that motherfucker when the weather drops a little bit. Dude already gave me half the money already. I got to drive it around. It only drives in first gear. I got to drive it around, take that transmission out, drop the transmission, rebuild it, put it back in, and that shit better work right because I'm only going to do it once. But that phone, man, these phones, man, like I said, I run the shit out of some phones, but they do a lot of work for me. These are workhorses, man. I got that one right there. The other one's in the room. I already turned it off already. It's just sitting in the room off. I don't need it yet. That's my backup phone. I don't want to break 2 phones at the same time. So it's like, I'm about appled out. Yeah, exactly. Because once you go with a system, it's kind of like having Macintosh versus Windows. If you got a Macintosh and you're running your whole studio off a Macintosh, you got a production studio, you don't just go out and buy a Windows laptop. You be like, yeah, I got a Windows laptop. No, it's like you're running your music studio through Apple products because WAV files are pretty big. And if you're doing music, like a long time ago when you used to produce music, I use Windows. A lot of people was using Macintosh. They process shit a whole lot faster than me on those Macintosh, all the Apple products. Me, I had Windows. So I was always like dealing with moving WAV files to external hard drives and crazy shit like that. But once you stick with an operating system, think about your life and plan your life around that operating system. I can't just keep adding new systems because that's learning new systems. That's hoping that data integrates and you can get things to go from here to there. And if it don't go from here to there, you got to go out and buy adapters and new equipment and it's too much. Stick with what works. I'm easy going, man. I'm so old school. I'm like that. I stick with what works. I will not, do something to be a new trend. Hey, I'm in with the kids now. I got an iPhone. I'm in with everybody. No, I can't. I'm old school. I've had whatever works. So I'm sick on Apple. Yeah. And that's the thing for people that use Apple. I would never tell them to get a Samsung. I would not advise you to get a Samsung because if you have an Apple and your life is wrapped around Apple, who am I to fuck up your life by making you get a Samsung? I'm gonna be answering my phone every 10 minutes. Jeff, I got a Samsung, like you said. How can I do this? How can I do this? How come this don't go here? How come? I be like, man, I'm sorry I told you to get Samsung. I didn't know your life was wrapped around Apple like that. Understand what people's lives are wrapped around. Mine is wrapped around Android. Ain't nothing wrong because my life is going cool, man. I'm going, it's easy. Oh yeah, I got both of them take the SD chip. But this is what's funny, Noble. This is what's funny. See, my old Samsung, the A32, only had about, I think, 32 gigs of space, like 32 gigs of space. So it was always running, I had, 12 gigs left, 20 gigs left, and I would clear shit out, 12 gigs left, 20 gigs left. The new phone has 128 gigs of space plus my 128 gigs chip, and I put the chip in both. I got 256 gigabytes. That's a quarter of a terabyte. I got a quarter of a terabyte on each phone in storage space now. I don't have to move videos because I do a lot of YouTube videos. I download a lot. I edit a lot. And these videos are huge files. I mean, these things are 5, 6, 7 gigs each. And you got to do all your edits. So now you see like 3 gigs of space left on your phone, and that's all you got. This is a quarter of a terabyte. A quarter of a terabyte worth of space I got. So it feels so much easier to flow through videos. Today, I uploaded something to TikTok just to see what would happen. I uploaded a 3-minute video to TikTok. I put the phone down, walked around, came back. The fucking video was already uploaded. It ain't never moved that fast. I was like, holy shit, these phones are fast. man. I was like, man. Yeah, so that's the thing. The S24, that was another phone. The S24, the Samsung S24 that was a $1,200 phone. That was one of the expensive upgraded phones. One day I'm gonna have to find somebody with the S-class phone and see exactly what you can do. But to me, I was shocked. I uploaded like a 3-4 minute video this morning, and I mean, that shit happened within like a minute, maybe a minute and a half. I was like, holy shit, these phones are quick. But that's what happens when you got a ton of gig space and your RAM. This has 6 gigabytes of RAM. My other one has 4 gigs of RAM. The A32 has 4 gigs of RAM. The 6 gigs of RAM is a super fast phone. Man, that's crazy. Oh yeah, 256 gigs. No, exactly. Just the phone. And that's the thing, man. I move everything to chips because I learned, like, even on the back of my laptop, there's a 320 gig external hard drive attached to the back of this monitor I'm looking at. On the backside, I move everything to externals. I move things to sound cards, chips, whatever, because I was in a fire in 2015. When I was in that fire, everything was on my phone. There was no chip with that phone. I lost everything. Every single video that was not on my laptop, I lost it with the phone. I had to have a chip because with that chip, I can pull it out. All the videos and all the memes and everything I've created for YouTube and all that are on that chip. Whenever I save something to the phone, I don't save it to the phone. I save it to the chip because the chip is the most important part. Because I can take that chip out, like I took it out of my last phone, slid it in this phone. All my YouTube shit, all my videos, everything's already in that phone already. And I can move it out of that phone, stick it in another one. Once it's in a phone and you can move it to a cloud or do whatever you want to do, cool. But everything for me, like I said, my life, when I went through that explosion and I lost my phone in that explosion, that showed me right there. And I had work shit on those phones. A lot of work shit, a lot of videos from repairs. Now, a lot of my repairs are on this laptop on an external drive on the back of my monitor right now. And my repairs are videos, photos, everything. And I use photos for warranty information. So when I buy parts and somebody says, well, that's not the right part. Oh, I got photos, mother. This is the before, this is the after. It has saved many of my clients who have went to shops, Midas. Oh yeah, you need new struts, you need new ball joints, no, I just had all that done. And I'll text them the pictures. They'd be like, Jeff, did you do those ball joints on my car? Because they telling me I need ball joints. I'll text the pictures over. And they're like, oh, okay. We didn't know you already had them done. This is why I take pictures of all my clients' cars that I'm working on. I take pictures of the before, the during, the after, I video, and I save it all the chips. Now, if it's in my phone and my phone blows up, I don't have proof for all of these people. I don't have proof for everybody. Uh-oh, the JW Camelback, my man Jamil. I was just talking about you earlier, brother. Talking about you were standing next to Marcel when he converted that ride and got that $50. And you text me about it. I told people, man, because we had a guy in here earlier, I think it was Greg, and he was saying how, he's making $25 an hour. I want Greg to make $50 an hour. So my job now is to make sure he flips his money and he makes $50 an hour. Thank you, Time to Wake Up. Be a Time to Wake Up. I'm going to tell everybody, Time to Wake Up, he's one of those guys, man. He's one of those guys. When he leaves the house for 7-8 hours, he's coming back with 400. He's not worried about the apps. Oh, I'm trying to make 175, trying to make 150. No, he's going to come back with about $400 or $500. He's one of them guys. And that's why I like his energy on this channel, because there's people out there making 25 an hour. And I'm like, let me help you get to 40 an hour. Because if you're making 25 an hour, I can get you to 40 an hour easy. That's easy. The hard part is going to be getting you out of your old habits to get you to make 50. Once you're making 50 an hour, like me, when I'm making 100, 130 an hour, this shit feels like easy to me. It's easy to make 130 an hour. I'm like, there are attorneys out there that get 130 hours. There's nurses out there that get paid 50, 60 an hour. We're getting 130, 140 an hour to help protect our community from corporations gouging them. We're getting 130 an hour protecting people to get to and from without them spending $198 with the driver getting 58. Spending $198, the driver getting 58. I'll tell you what, I'll do it for 130, 140. They're like, damn, you just saved me like $60, man. That quick. You do this 10 times a year, you just save $600 a year. That might be what you pay in insurance. So you got free insurance now because me as a driver, I protected you. So it's like, yeah, man. It's like, hey, if you're making 25 an hour, then you should be able to make 65 an hour easily. I'm telling you, Jamil, and it's like to see the drivers on this channel, to see the energy on this channel. Like I call everybody on this channel to me is a business owner, independent contractor. You guys are CEOs of your own shit, and I love it. Because when I sit there and I see a name pop up, Green KC, facts, I'm still working on my pitch, but the money is out there for us to take. When I see Jamil, when I see Mikey, when I see Time to Wake Up, when I see Dems Dallas, when I see Tiger Meg, that's Megan, I'm seeing each of these people making 130 an hour. I'm not seeing $15 an hour drivers. When you see those names pop up, those names are money. Time is money. When you see those names in these chats, trust me, these people are making money. They are not no pigeons chasing a challenge. They're not chasing a quest. They're not chasing a $3 surge. When you see these names in the chats, I'm telling you, these are important people. They are not just average YouTubers out there. They don't brag enough. Honestly, I brag about them more than they probably brag about themselves because they're out there trying to get it and trying to go. And I know what they're doing out there. When I see people like Drew out there really trying to get it in, I see everybody here really trying to get it in. Dom trying to get it in. There's no reason for us to be begging for $25 an hour, $30 an hour. It can't happen. We can't happen. We're not doing that. So like I said, and Dems, this lady, she's got contracts and shit set up. She is a CEO. She is not no driver. No, she ain't no Uber driver. When I see her name pop up, I don't think, oh man, here's another Uber driver. Wow. Hey, here's William Howard. He's another Uber driver. Wow. I don't think that. To me, these ain't drivers. These are business people who happen to come to my channel when we hang out on my channel. We chat, we talk, we share knowledge and information, inspiration, motivation. These are not Uber drivers on my channel. If you want an Uber driver, you got to go to a channel that supports Uber drivers. I support business people. I support people really trying to go out there and talk to the community to know if we just cut out the middleman on this transaction, I'm going to save you $50. I'm going to save you $10. I'm going to save you 15. Some people love the fact that you're trying to save them money so bad, they give you more than what they was even paying the app. I was only paying the app 65. Here, take 100. Motherfuckers do that all the time. Here, just take 100. Like, damn, motherfucker just gave me $100 because you're trying to help me. The fact that you actually gave me an offer and you tried to help me, I'm helping you back. That's the kind of channel this is out here. Mikey, you right, man. We should be making $600 a day with rideshare if they were serious about paying their drivers. And we used to do that, Mikey. There's so many days I got in my phone, $932, $700. I mean, and people think I'm bullshit. Now I'll show you. This is what rideshare used to pay. Thank you, Time to Wake Up. This is Brother Jeff. You're an inspiration to all of us and a voice for those who can't speak. Your courage, vigilance, and determination is relentless. Man, because I believe, man, I truly believe that all of us are just one step away from being at that level of executive that they think we're not. We're one step away from that. Y'all $250,000 drivers a year, $250,000 a year. Because if you can make $1,000, I mean, you can make $100 an hour and you're sitting on 2,000 hours a year, regular time. That right there is $200,000. If you do 3,000 hours a year, you're sitting on 300. That's more than $250,000. If you're making $250,000 and that's your money in your hand, I'm sorry, you ain't no Uber driver. You ain't no Lyft driver. You a whole nother level of the game. You're a different level of the game, man. So, just to think I was happy making 35 gross an hour. Exactly, Duato. We used to be like that. We used to be like, oh man, I just made $35 an hour. Oh shit, I'm in. But I'm gonna see if I got some days in here. If it showed me some days. Wait a minute. These were, let me go back some. Yeah, it's like, this is like, I was doing like 22 trips. This is when Uber used to surge like crazy. When it used to surge and they weren't stealing our tips. I did 22 trips. I was averaging $30 a trip. There it is right there. Wait a minute. How can I don't like how this is working. But it's $628 off of 22 trips. That was back when that's why I'm telling you, rideshare is dead right now. It's dead. There's no way in hell I can go out this door and get on these apps and make $628 in 22 trips. Ain't no way. $30 a trip. That's when they were $10, 10-mile trips, 20-mile trips, paying $30, $40, giving us surge. Man, what up, Jeff Conley? There ain't no way. Ain't no way. Here's another day. Here's another 31 trips, 688. 31 trips, 688. Rideshare is dead. It's dead. And anybody out there who thinks, oh no, rideshare is good, man, it's good. You just got to learn how to cherry pick. You ain't just like he said, we would be making $600 a day. He's not lying. We did that. He's experienced enough to know we should be making $600 a day. I'm making $632. Wait, there's another day in here. Let me see if I can find this day, because this is a crazy day. Because I told people, and I've done this maybe 3 times in my life, maybe 3. Here's another one here. 34 trips. 34 trips. I was averaging $30 a trip. I made $932 in one day. $932, 34. I was averaging $30 a trip. They used to tip like crazy. And people used to see us getting $50 tips, $40 tips, $30 tips. We do a trip for $20 and end up leaving with $50. I even showed videos where I was doing $16 deliveries, and dude was putting $50 tips on it because I waited at the bar. That's all my videos. This is all historic shit. $50 tips because I texted and said, hey man, they haven't made your food yet, so I'm gonna sit here and watch a game while they make your food. I'm not gonna cancel the ride. Dude tipped me $50. That's how it really used to be. When they used to give us our tips, it used to be like that. This shit is never coming back. Not in rideshare. Man, it's not in rideshare. Hell no. Yeah, so Jeff got me beat my best was 34 trips and 22 for 8. I'm telling you. People don't believe it, man. That was real money. That shit was really real. Making almost $1,000 in a day was really real. And people think that, it's an anomaly. No, it was everybody. We were out $600 a day was cake. $819, 34 trips, $819. I'm telling you, almost $30 a trip. It was like that. When I say rideshare is done, they're not paying us what they used to. And it's like I said, I wasn't like an amazing driver. That was when I was still a pigeon. That was pigeon time. 2022, because I just started in 2019. 19 through 2021, I didn't start really doing well until 22. And when I started figuring shit out in 22 to kind of cherry pick a little bit more. But those are my pigeon days. Those are pigeon days. And I'm like, they like, dude, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, look at this. Deliveries averaging $30 a trip. And Mikey, I showed in those videos, I was showing people deliveries, $48 deliveries. It was $48. And it was like 3 drop-offs. Took me like 50 minutes, $48. No, maybe 13, 14 miles from one place, just driving in the same over in Mesa. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, man. The gold rush of rideshare, the gold rush era. So when you hear drivers saying, oh, man, this man was it, man. I went back and looked at a lot of your videos. I like the pictures in the membership groups that you shared with us, some of which came from Jamil. Yeah, brother. That's what I'm saying, man. But when I hear people saying, oh, I used to make $600 a day, I don't even ask for proof. I don't need to ask for proof. I know they're not lying. I know they're not lying because I drove in that same era. Well, oh, man, I used to make $700 a day. I don't need to see proof. I know you're not lying. I know you're not lying, because why would you just come up with a random ass number like that? I know how much I used to make back then, and I was a pigeon back then. Imagine if I wasn't a pigeon back then. Man, I'd be killing it back then. I'd probably be making 12, 13, 1400 a day. I was a pigeon making $600 a day. Like, damn, working 10 hours, 12 hours, 22 trips. I was averaging, almost 3 trips an hour. I was averaging almost 3 trips an hour. Each trip was paying me easily $20 with the tip and everything. I'm making $60, $70 an hour just driving around. Each trip, $10 tip. Some people, hey, here's a $30 tip. Hey, here's a $50 tip. Here's a $40. It was crazy, crazy. Yeah, man. Dude, Uber Eats, I even got a video. I have a video showing they kicked me off of Uber Eats because I made $2,700 in a week on Uber Eats. I made $2,700 in a week. The video is on my channel. $2,700, and they kicked me off of Uber Eats. When I opened my app, Uber Eats it didn't have delivery no more. It just had all rides because they was pissed off. They was giving us challenges, surges, bonuses, tips was going crazy. Man, $600 a day was easy. Oh yeah, man, I got the video on the channel, man. $2,700 doing Uber Eats, and I maybe work like maybe 50 hours. That's how it was, almost $50 an hour, dude. It was crazy back then, crazy. So when people see like the girl that Jesse took to the service today, when she's saying, "Oh no, they're paying us fine, it's okay. They're giving us money for flexibility," I'm like, they don't get it, man. They don't get it. That's why I played that video this morning. I started off this live stream with a video from 2022 from More Perfect Union talking about Kellogg. Because we're seeing exactly what Kellogg went through, working people to the bone, extracting as much money out of as they can, out of the workers, out of the economy, giving it all the shareholders. And in the end, he said the key words, share buyback. They're paying back everybody who invested into that company. This is what they're doing. We're seeing it all over again. Well, Lyft told me they were keeping my account rating low and increased service flags until I provide 100 rides with no cancellations. So I said, screw them. My next 100 rides is off the app. No, this is wild. Jeff Reed Sherry's comment. If that's possible, if it's messed up, I don't see where that is. But wait a minute. I currently have to rent from Lyft. I am being charged for tolls during hours I don't even drive. What? Wait a minute. You're being charged for tolls for out, like you're at home or you're somewhere else, and they're charging you for tolls during hours you don't even drive. You might want to call them to make sure somebody didn't hack your account, because you may be out there driving 2 cars and not even realize it. You might want to really call them and ask them, hey, did somebody hack my account? Are you guys charging me for somebody else's driving, like the same phone number or something weird like that? Because that's crazy that you're being charged for tolls during hours you didn't drive, unless it's an inside job. Like I had Don on the channel and she said how it was an inside job, how they was robbing her. Lyft found out, reimbursed her all the money and never told her who it was or how it was being done. So you might want to make a phone call. You might want to make a phone call on that one, Sherry. Because that right there, man. Yeah. Yep. Motivate me to do my own. And I'm going to tell you right now, Dems, when people out there don't realize the people around us, the economy, they want to pay for a ride. They want a ride. They don't care about the app. They really don't. Ask anybody. They don't care about the apps. What they care about is getting a ride from where they are to where they got to get to. How do I get that done? The apps have told these people some bullshit. The apps have said, hey, if you send us $90, we'll get you from where you're going. I mean, from where you are to where you got to get to. You and 3 of your friends. Just give us the $90. And they look for the cheapest, highest AR driver in the area they can find. And they say, oh, hey, man, here's $24 for 26 miles. Because they charge these person about $3 a mile. Hey, here's $26 for 26 miles to take this person from point A to point B. Ooh, $26. But this person said they were willing to pay 90. He said, I'm willing to pay 90 for it. What we do is we come into the system and say, hey, we know how the system works. We know how much people are paying per mile for these rides, and we know how much we're getting per mile for these rides. The difference is you don't know as a rider what we're getting. You think we're getting all this money you just paid. So we speak up. We say, hey, I'm getting $26 for this. Wow, 26? We paid $90 for this. We paid $90. This is what we'll do. I'm going to do it for 70. I'll do it for $70. I'll save you $20. And same exact ride, same exact car. You know, I'm going to cancel the ride here. You can cancel the ride coming in. I am that driver. I'm that guy. Cancel it. And what do? Give you 90 anyways. I'm going to give you the full 90 because you were so great to sit here and give us a discount just like you don't know us from Adam. And you walk up saying, hey, I'm going to do it for $70. Cancel. I'll do it for cheaper. Here, take $90. Here's the full 90. You got Square, you got Zelle, you got Venmo. And this is how we get out there and make that money for real. Like I said, yeah, I plan on being called. They're being charged to the rental car. Oh, wow. That means the rental car is doing that. The rental car is doing that. That's not, the app. That's the rental car. That's crazy. Yeah, and the tolls charged about at least double. Man, that's why I tell people, man, them rentals are a poverty trap. The video I dropped this morning, there was a guy in there saying, hey, what about rentals? People using rentals. I said, rentals are a poverty trap. They keep you, what they want to do is make sure your money never leaves the app. Once riders pay money into that app, they want to retain as much of that as possible and not put any back in your pocket. So they're going to have all the money going to the rental company that's going through them. All the money going to corporate. Any tip that comes through, they're going to shave some of that tip and not even give it to you at all. Anytime you make $1, they're trying to find a way how to get it out of your hand. And they will do some screwy shit to keep it out of your hand. So the thing is, once you cut out these middlemen and you get them out of your money and you're dealing one-on-one with the riders, that's when you're going to start seeing your income go through the roof. And when your income goes through the roof, you're going to be like, I don't have to do 32 rides a day. Imagine now, if I did 32 rides a day now, because right now my rides are about $60 a piece, $50 to $60 a piece. If I'm doing 30 rides a day at $60 a piece, I will not be making $600. I'll be making $1,800, 3X in my money. I'm doing 20 something rides a day to make $632, 20 something rides a day to make $632. My rides now cost $50, $60 a piece. I'll be making $1,500 to $1,800 per day every day I went out if each one of my rides were converted at the rates I charge now. $1,800 a day. That means in 10 days, I just made $18,000 in 10 days. Driving like the pigeon I used to drive like, doing all these crazy trips a day, 20 a day. Like I tell people, if I do 10 trips a day, that's a whole lot. I tell people that shit now. But if I say, hey, man, if I'm doing 22 trips a day, charging the rates I charge now, 20 trips a day, let's say 30 trips, I'm sitting at $1,800. $1,800. In 10 days, you just made 18 grand in 10 days. That's $36,000 a month. 36,000. But if you back it all the way up, so you know what, let's just say $1,000 a day, doing cash rides at $1,000 a day. Even if you did $1,000 a day, and you say, I'm only going to work 20 days a month. I'm going to take 10 days a month off. I'm going to work 20 days a month. That's still 20 G's a month, 20 G's a month, 240,000 a year. Like I said, when I look at you guys, I'm looking at $250,000 people. I'm not looking at $15 an hour Uber drivers. I'm not looking at people, oh yeah, I'm going to call and argue and make sure you give me my $3 tip. Hey, I had a $3 surge. I'm not arguing over no $3 surge. It takes me 20 minutes to get through support to get $3 over a surge. If you screw me on $3, you screw me on $5, I'm converting the next 5 rides. Like when they stole my tip, my $10 tip, I converted them. And I even told them, I said, I'll be converting the next ride. You give me my $10 tip or the next ride won't hit your book. And it didn't. Because I was taking dudes up to the bike fest. And I told them, I said, well, they stole my tip on the last one. So this is what I'm going to do. I do this for $40. It was a $14 ride. I turned it to $40 right on the spot. And I told Uber I was going to do it. They still didn't deactivate me because they know I caught their ass stealing. There's no way you can give a 10-cent tip on an Uber X ride. They gave me a 10-cent tip. They stole my $10 and put 10 cents in there. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get my money back on the next trip. Y'all got me this time. I'm going to get y'all next time. Keep that shit. Oh, yeah, man. 18K in 10 days is dope, boy. And guess what? It's possible. It's possible, brother. because people out there, they don't, oh yeah, I see that hard-pressed Kenyans drivers set their own fares. We did that on another live stream. Yep, I did that on a live stream already. I think a couple of live streams ago, I talked about the Kenyans. But yeah, man, 18,000 in 10 days is possible for the drivers out there really willing to push themselves. And I tell people, if you're doing 18,000 in 10 days, 18,000 in 10 days, commercial insurance ain't shit but a fucking drop in the bucket. All these YouTubers gonna be pissed off. All these Uber drivers, you need commercial insurance. They're gonna be pissed off because you making 18,000 in 10 days doing the same shit they doing to make 4,000. They making $4,000 driving on the apps in 10 days. They making $4,000 driving balls to the wall, 14 to 16 hour days, $4 grand. And you just made 18 grand in the same time span, and you paying for your own commercial insurance. You need commercial insurance, and you can't do that. Bro, I only pay $700 for commercial insurance, $700 a month. I'm making 18 grand in 10 days. If I keep pushing this shit to 20 days, I just made $36,000. 700 of that goes towards commercial insurance. And in a month, how much you making a month? Yeah, I made 10 G's. Yeah, we made 36,000. You made 10. But really, you earn more than that because more than that's going to go on your 1099 because you're driving for Uber and Lyft. So you might put 10 in your bank, but you're going to have 40 on your 1099 saying you made 40,000 that month. And like I said, these YouTubers and these drivers out there be pissed off because they don't know the math behind it. And the math behind it, all it's about is about how serious are you as a business person, not as a driver. You could be an Uber driver. You could be a Lyft driver. How serious are you as a business owner to say, I trust myself. I know how to drive. I know how to work on my car. Like I said, I can do car work. I know how to talk to people. I know how to market, advertise. I know my streets. I know where I live. It's time for me to do business. Let me call my insurance agent. Hey, guess what? This is what I want to do. Cool. I've been driving for a year on the apps, using air insurance, doing cash rides, this and I've been doing it. I'm ready to go full balls to the wall now. I'm ready. I got money for my website. I got money for all my shit I need to do. I'm ready to go balls to the wall. Let's do it. It's a lot of drivers out there, like I said, the lady that Jesse picked up today. What did he say? Oh, yeah. I think, $25 an hour is great. They pay us enough, for flexibility and everything. I'm sitting there like, wow. Exactly. What to say? What you're paying for the rental can go out and buy a cheap car, pay it off, and move up instead of paying that rental fee. Oh yeah. And that's the thing, man. When you're dealing with these rental cars, it's a poverty cycle. It's a car you'll never own. Cash that never hits your hand. You're working for a corporate to give that money to another corporation. Because when a rider comes up with $100 and says, hey, I'm going to give you $100 for this ride, you're going to get about 40 out of that. But you got to think. 60 of that just went to Uber. 60 of it went to Uber. Now you got to pay more to another corporation called Hertz or Enterprise. So everything you're earning is going to corporations. They're looking at you as a cog in the machine that they need to keep functioning. You are not no, $250,000 driver with them. You're a $15 an hour driver with them. So what do you say? Airport ride cost 67. Lyft was generous enough to pay me 17. Yeah, exactly, sure. And that's at that $67. I would have told them people 45.50 right on the spot. 45.50. No, we'll just leave it on the app. Okay, cancel, drive off. Wait, you're not taking us? No, because I already told y'all my price. You're going to get a $17 driver. You may not be able to speak to him because he may not be able to speak English, but you're going to get a $17 an hour driver. He'll be here in a minute. It's like, it ain't me. Like, no, way too much debt, man. Way too much. So what we got to do, man, is like, if you want to really own this industry and you want to earn good money in this industry, you have to understand where we were and where we are today. For all these new drivers out there who were W-2, remember, a lot of people were W-2, had to wait 2 weeks for their paycheck. When they did get their paycheck, all the tax write, they never had gross money like this. They never said, oh man, look at this shit. This is crazy. I just downloaded $300. I worked for 2 days, downloaded $300. I can go grocery shopping now. To them, that's great. That's great. 2 days of work, 2 days of work. They got $300. 2 days of work, driving balls to the wall for 2 days straight. They got $300, and now they go grocery shopping. I just showed you I was making $632 a day, $932 a day. In 2 days, I'd make $1,800. These people were making $300 in 2 days. I was making $800, $1,800 in 2 days. How can I make $1,800 in 2 days, go all the way down to $300 in 2 days and be like, it's amazing right now? See, they don't know where we come from. These people making $300 in 2 days is happy. Driving that much, like right now, I can make $150 a day. and I'm only doing 2 trips. That's it. 150. That's basically using no fucking gas. No using gas. None. So I go, you know what? If I can't make 900 a day, then I'm going to do this shit on my own. I'm going to get as close as I can to making sure my full tank comes out to how much I think my full tank is worth. It's like, say, Jeff, scroll up I'm the new munch. Last comment. What does the last comment say? You might have to start reposing. Oh, here we go. Has anyone noticed that Lyft will suspend you even if the passenger cancels the ride? I feel like there has to be a wonderful lawsuit to come from this. How can you suspend me when the passenger cancels? Oh, yeah, that's happened to me before, man. I had a video of it. That's why I jumped on Uber, because that's when the truck still had the temporary plates on it. So I still had the temp tags on it. So what I did is I said, you guys, and I did a ride. I didn't even cancel. Somebody else canceled earlier. And that's how I got the ride that I had. So I brought them people all the way down to Tempe. As soon as I dropped them off, it said view issues. I'm like, view issues? What the hell? I just did a ride. The people before that canceled me. So I just drove over to Circle K. I just turned on Uber. I saw some little pingy, little plucky rides on it. So I did a couple of little plucky rides. And then I ended up catching the $20 surge that was by the 143. Caught that, drove, took these people maybe 2 miles. It was like $23, 2 miles. When I pulled up, they was like, wow, what did we order? They paid like $4 for that ride. They seriously paid about $4 or $5 for that ride, but because I grabbed that surge that was sitting by the 143 and I picked them up on meal, them kids was like, wow, what did we get? This big old nice black truck pulls up. I was like, oh, I had a surge on it. That's why. Otherwise, I wouldn't have took this ride. I told him the fucking truth. He said, shit. It's like, I wouldn't have took this ride just straight up for the $4 or $5 y'all paid. Hell no, because I would have got like 3. Y'all ain't getting in my truck for 3. I got $23. That $20 surge plus that $3. It's the only way they got in my truck. They had to supplement the hell out of that ride because I'm new. So I prefer use rentals. The drivers in my market hit too much shit. Yeah, Lucas, and some markets are like that because I was saying that in my thing. They were pulling up, the screenshots of some markets. Dude, it was like 100 cars in one area. All rideshare. That's why I got to drive at night, man. Daytime, I'll run my errands. I'll take me a nap. I'll wake up about 9, 10 o'clock, and I'll drive till the sun comes up. I cannot. Some of these markets are fucking crazy. I mean, everybody's a rideshare driver. I think it's like once they imported all these people into this country and they put all these rentals out there, and Uber is pushing and promoting fleet accounts like crazy right now. If you look in the apps, every other email I get is about them promoting a fleet account. Open up a business fleet account. Because what they want to do is they want you to use all your legal shit, your legal citizen status, your legal birthright American status, and hire other people on your account because they know they're not stupid. The apps are not stupid. They know what's going on. So they try to lead you into the criminal era, the criminal ring that they even dealing with, because they do crime too. So they try to lead you into it. Hey, Jeff, start a business fleet account. Open up I swear when I open my phone up, I can open up right now. Open up a business fleet account. Yeah, get drivers under you, Jeff. You're a licensed citizen. You can get insurance. You can get rentals. You don't have to do this and that. Become a fleet owner and just hire a whole bunch of people who don't have documentation to work for you, because now we give them a right to work for you now. They not stupid, man. They not stupid. So I'm sitting there going, yeah, I will not be opening a fleet account on these apps. If I do open my own fleet, it's going to be a private driver fleet. It's not going to be an Uber and app fleet. I'm not trying to pump and promote these people up. Doubt it. So everybody does, yeah, man, I do Uber Black. I do Uber Black SUV. I do private. I make more on my private rides than these people are making on Uber Black SUV, because Uber Black, Lyft Black, all these, they're taking all the money. If somebody's willing to pay X amount of dollars for this trip, $120 for the trip, and I'll tell them, man, I'll do it for $100. Uber Black is going to take $120 and probably give you about $60, $70 out of that. I'm doing it for $100 on my own. So I'm making more than what Uber Black is paying their Uber Black drivers. And these Uber Black, oh yeah, man, I'm making a killing with Uber Black, bro. Making a killing. I'm like, well, actually, you're not. They're overcharging all these riders. Well, ain't no sweat off my back. See, I'm community oriented. I'm family oriented. It is sweat off my back when I see my community being pilfered and milked like that. That is sweat off my back. So I go, yeah, they're getting half. And every once in a while, I'll do like a little ride to see if somebody got bumped up. Because like I said, one time I did a ride, they paid me like $27, $28 for a Lyft Black. And the people only paid like $30 for it because they were Lyft people and there were no drivers out at night. So they got bumped into a Lyft Black. They said, okay, I guess I got to pay for a Black. So they They paid the $30. I got like 27 out of it. Lyft didn't get nothing. Lyft lost money on that deal. But whenever y'all see that it's a true black SUV, $95 charge, I get like 43 out of it, 45 out. I'm like, the hell? Shit's crazy, man. They'll take way more of the money on the upper tiers. Upper tiers get hit way harder, way harder. See, no sweat off my nuts is the flip-flop wearing Uber driver who hasn't showered in 5 days. No sweat off my nuts, goddammit. I don't care what they do, man. It's like, shit. Hold up, where are we at? Ooh, let's take a look at this real quick, because I like showing some of these stock prices, because this shit's getting crazy. Hold up for a second. Let me open this up real quick. Wait. All right, there we go. Right there. Yeah, because we're gonna see some of these stock prices on here, man. All right, there we go, right here. Lyft at 11. They're not moving anywhere, man. They're hovering around about $11.30. They're not going anywhere. They're just sitting there, man. Sitting there. It's like, man. This is, come on, bro, get real. $36K a month for driving. Be realistic. You're not even making that much. Be a real independent contractor. Start your own business doing mechanic work. I just did 26K 3 weeks. That's good. You know who you starting to sound like? You sound like this dude, this Tesla dude that used to come on our channel always talking shit all the time. You guys ain't making no money. Go do this. Go do that. This is not the kind of channel for that. I'm not going to ban you or nothing like that. I'm just letting you know, because I've never seen your name before. And so I'm going to let you kind of sit and chill so you can kind of understand what's going on. But I never said nobody was making 36K a month. So I'm going to check you on that shit right there. I never said nobody. I said 36K a month is possible. Because you got to remember, I've made 3,600, 3,700 in 1 week driving that little BMW. The same people who have black SUVs, and that was on the apps. That wasn't private. That was on the apps. So if I'm making 3,700 in that BMW, that means the apps made way more than that, because they eat 50% of the cost. The black SUVs were making $9,000, $10,000 in the same week, and that was off the app. They're making $9,000, $10,000 in a week on the apps, 9, 10. So 4 weeks, 10,000, it's $40,000 a month. It's possible. So for you, straight line painting, to not know how rideshare and delivery work, like I said, you might be on the wrong channel. You might be on the wrong channel. Because we can turn around, make a ton of money. If the apps are charging that much for people to get in our car and only paying us half of it, and I'm getting $3,700, minimum $7,400. $7,400 is being paid to the app. I'm only getting $3,700 of that. So if you said $8,000 times 4 weeks, that's $36,000 a week, right? A month right there. So trust me when I say we're on that shit. We're on that shit. Believe me. If you're not an Uber driver, you don't get it. If you're not a rideshare driver or independent contractor, you don't get it. If you haven't seen any videos on my channel showing $1,500 in 3 days, $2,500 in 4 days, 5 days, $3,700 in 6 days, if you haven't seen that videos on my channel, you're new and you don't know the fuck you're talking about, for one thing. So understand the channel you on. We're not basic Uber drivers over here. If you're looking for a basic Uber driver channel, bounce around. You got a lot of those motherfuckers out there, a lot of them. And we out here, man, like I said, we can easily make, and I just showed, like I said, $930 in 1 day. So $930 in 1 day. Imagine if I could do that for 5 days. If I could do that for 5 days, guess what that is? $4,500 in 5 days. $4,500 in a week. Multiply that times 4 weeks. 4,500. And that's on the app. That's on the app. That's not even off the app. That's on the app. Off the app, I'd make more than doubling that. So if I'm making 4,500 on the app, I can make $9,000 off the app, $9,000 off the app, 4 weeks, $36,000. I mean, it's basic fucking math. I mean, I'm speaking like a sixth grader. I'm doing like multiplication for motherfuckers. It's not possible. Like, maybe not for you, but I can't limit myself to your potential. If your potential is not that, then I can't fuck with you, because you've already limited yourself saying it's not right. Then cool, for you it might not be. I'm not gonna say it is possible for you. I'm not gonna say it is possible for you. I'm saying it's maybe impossible for you. But for somebody like me, you don't know me, you don't know how I drive, you don't even know what I drive. You're new to this channel. Oh yeah, the trolls is out today. They out today. I said I ain't even gonna block him. I'm gonna let him hear it. I'm gonna let him hear it. But the thing is, nobody even said we make $36,000 a month. I said it's possible to do so if you run at these rates. He's going around saying, yeah, you ain't making no 36K. I'm like, who the fuck said we were? It's like, motherfucker, we said we're talking about rates and possibilities and doing things off apps. Yeah, like I said, you got a lot of people out here. And there was another guy who used to call himself Tesla Grind. He used to jump around everybody's YouTube channels all the time. You guys need to be a contractor like me. I mean, this motherfuckers I heard, it's like they jump on people's channels because in real life, they probably ain't worth shit. And I'm going to say that shit for real. In real life, they probably not worth shit. And I'm saying that because you should be on your Facebook channel with all the people you know, your friends, your family members, ex-girlfriends, kids, whoever the fuck you got pumping your chest over there. We don't know you. We don't fucking know you. But it's people like this jump all over the internet, pumping themselves the fuck up like we care about you when we don't even know you. I make this much. I'm this. I do this. You guys should do like me. Wrong channel, dog. We don't even fucking know you. We're over here driving. We're contractors with our car. We have no idea who you are. Nor do we give a fuck who you are. We really don't care. So take that shit to another channel. Go to a channel that do what you do. Whatever it is you do, go to that channel that do what you do and speak to them about what you do. We're speaking to each other about what we do over here. You don't fit in over here. Yeah, it's complete bullshit because he could be on his Facebook page or his Instagram page saying that shit. But you got people who they're inadequate. They feel inadequate and they wake up with an inadequate feeling and they go, oh, I'm gonna go, to some channels and fuck with some people. Over here, I fuck with you back. I'm one of them people. I fuck with you back. So you can bring your ass around if you want. Like I said, I ain't even gonna block you because you don't know. I've never seen your name before. And I see everybody on this fucking channel. I am very involved in this motherfucking channel. So you come over here, oh, trust me. We'll call bullshit real fast. Because we speak numbers. We know math. We got degrees. Most of us own businesses in our lives before. So we're a different breed over here. You can bring, I'll make this much being a mechanic. Then take your ass to a fucking mechanic channel. What are you doing on the rideshare channel? Go over there and brag. Because you go over there and talk about, I make 26K. They probably start laughing at your motherfucking ass. You make 26K in 3 weeks, dog? We're making 100K in 3 weeks. You're an idiot. Well, I'm just going to go to a rideshare channel and brag about myself. Go to your own fucking Facebook channel and brag about yourself. Don't bring that shit over here. Nobody called you out of the fucking woodwork. Like I said, the trolls be out today, but I give it to they motherfucking ass. This is the barbecue. And I told y'all, we bring all the smoke. Give a fuck about these people. Exactly. Oh, you know people over here, man. These motherfuckers married. They come over here thinking they really some hot shit. And these motherfuckers come throwing numbers on the screen. I call that shit bullshit, but I let them say it. I let them talk what they want to talk. Because we're over here trying to produce, an intellectual level of drivers and contractors. Or if you guys want to be real contractors, you'll do what I do for a living. Doubt it. Because your ass is inadequate. Because if that's what you do for a living, you see me on channels that talk about driving cars. You don't see me on channels talking about painting fucking houses. You don't see me on channels talking about cutting fucking palm trees, bragging about what the fuck I do for a living. Oh, you guys need to stop cutting palm trees and come drive a truck like me. The fuck would I do that for? You go around the people you fuck with. You go around the people that do what you do. So when people like that come around, they're inadequate. And they think they're going to come over here and step on some fucking people. You don't step on nobody over here, motherfucker. We'll crush your ass over here because we know what we doing over here. You go, oh, I do this and I do that. Don't give a shit. Nobody ask you. Why are you even over here? People feel inadequate. So they come jumping into a situation. Nobody, like I said, as a rideshare driver, why would I go on a zookeeper page talking about how much fucking zookeepers make and they need to stop being a zookeeper and become a rideshare driver like me? Why would I do that? Do I feel inadequate? Because I should take my ass to a rideshare channel and talk to those people if that's what I'm really trying to do and who I am. I know what inadequate motherfuckers look like. I know what they look like because they bouncing in areas they don't belong in. And I tell folks like that all the time. I block ban motherfuckers off my channel all the time because this channel was not made to just stack and pack raggedy motherfuckers over here. I don't do that. I get rid of people real fucking fast because we're really real. We really trying to make money. We really trying to do something forward. Give a fuck about fame. Give a fuck about 1 million subs. I'll everybody have $1 million versus 1 million subs. Because just like that mud shark motherfucker, he's a sub over here. He don't contribute shit to this channel. He think he's fucking important. Don't test me like that because I'll let you know who the fuck you are. And I'm a really cool person. But don't ever step up to me and act like I'm lacking. Jeff, you ain't reading my shit. You did, motherfucker. You should be reading my shit. I'm getting the fuck off your chat, man. Fuck you. I don't know you. I'm real. I am a real person. And when I keep it real, I'm the same way in public. Motherfuckers, they see me in public, Jeff act the same way in public. I ain't got to be fake for no fucking channel. I want everybody on this channel to win. I don't want motherfuckers to say, dude, I cannot believe I cleared $200,000, man, in my bank. $200K off the apps, Jeff. Those are the kind of people I'm trying to fuck with, because those people are saying, I'm going to go out into my community and I'm going to get this money. I'm going to reinvest it into something else. They're going to make money off of Drive. Instead of letting Uber get the money, instead of letting Lyft take the money, they're going to get the money. And they're going to say, I just opened up a daycare, Jeff, in my neighborhood. And the daycare is a low-cost daycare. I used all that Uber money I did with all them fucking cash rides. I went to the bank. They saw how much I got. I always wanted to open up a daycare, Jeff. I opened up a daycare with that money. That's what I'm talking about. Be a business owner. Do something with your investment. You have a daycare. You got a daycare lady running a daycare. Guess what you doing? You still got private clients. Your daycare is running. And you still driving around making $100 an hour while your daycare is running. Money on money. These are the kind of people I hang out with. Entrepreneurs. We ain't a bunch of people running around telling people what the fucking do. Oh, you guys should just quit this and do what I do. I made 26. Who asked you, motherfucker? Get off this channel. Nobody asked you. Go to the channel that do the shit you do and talk about it. Like, nobody asked you shit. I can't stand when people walk in the building trying to put people down. They don't even know where the fuck they at. You step into a lion's den. Wrong fucking channel, man. Wrong channel. And I'm not that one, man. Say, remember, you can bullshit the bullshit. Is the way we did 300 and we needed through the lot for the past 6 to 8 years. JY's a captain. That's funny shit. Man, you get bullshit the bullshit, man. And I'm telling people, man, right off the bat, this is one of the only channels that I've seen and I've recognized that have given drivers a backbone. Real shit. So many channels out there. Oh, well, just hopefully next week they'll put a better challenge out there for you. They'll put a better challenge in your market, maybe, hopefully next week. I give people the challenge every day. I say, I challenge you to convert 2 rides a day. That's your challenge. Convert 2 rides, just 2. And once you do that shit, yeah. So what's that? What are your thoughts on Castro synthetic oil? I switched recently. I'm now going over 10,000 between oil changes. My car is running great. Interested in your thoughts? All time to wake up. I got videos in my maintenance, my mods and maintenance video, my playlist on my channel. I go through my oil changes. Each one of my oil changes are 10,000 miles because all I use is synthetic. I don't use anything other than synthetic. And I buy the big boxes. I even got videos of me buying the big boxes of oil. It's 12 quarts in each box. And I buy them. When I catch them on sale, I buy 2 at a time because I'm trying to save money. So they usually run about $50 a box. And they got the big oil spigot on the side. They were on sale for $35. Last time I went, so I bought 2 boxes. It was only 2 left, so I bought them. And I run all my oil changes at 10,000 miles. My Jeep, I bought it with 112,000 miles on it. It's got 258,000 miles on it. No engine problems. I've changed the oil every 10,000 miles. Changed my transmission fluid like every 25,000. I did differentials at 25,000. I do my oil every 10,000 miles. That Jeep has no ticks, clicks, or nothing. All synthetic, 100% in synthetic oil. Man. So just remind me of some old MC buddies, Marine buddies. Don't cross that line, because if you do, man. Because, and Noble, this is why. Because I'm a very down-to-earth people. I'm very down-to-earth, man. I'm a people. And when I see people, I peep them out. I'm a read the room type of guy. So I come in, I see what everybody's on. All right, I see what everybody on. If I'm on the same shit, then I'll stay and hang out. If I'm not, I'll just go somewhere else. Oh, yeah, please don't tell me you're changing oil in your BMW at 10,000 intervals. Well, I think my BMW is at 8,000 or 9,000. It's at 8,000 or 9,000, whatever is in the system, because you reset it in the system and it's 9,000. Actually, it's 9,000. So when you reset it in the system, and I bought the BMW at 36,000 miles, I'm at 118,000 miles, and I only do it at every 9,000. 35, man, what the fuck are you on? 3,500, bro, you smoking crack. You 3,500 on a BMW. The oil ain't even warm by then. Shit. Let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick. Okay. 2019 BMW 330i oil change interval. Bam. Here we go right here. I'm gonna share this screen with you real quick, because bro, you got to come up to time, man. Like I said, I'm a mechanic. I do this shit for a fucking living. So right here, let me tell you right here. I'm gonna do this up right here. Whoops, here we go. It says BMW recommends getting your 2019 BMW 330i oil and filter change every 10,000 miles. Every 10,000 miles. That's what it says. If you're using conventional oil, 3,000 to 3,500 miles for conventional oil. I use synthetic oil. Synthetic oil should be changed every 7,500 to 3,000. And BMW says that. That's from plazabmw.com. That's plazabmw.com. That's not Sergio Lenza BMW.com. This is BMW, the actual dealership. The dealership says, hey, how often should I change my oil in my 330? For drivers of BMW vehicles, 10,000 miles or 12 months is the recommended point at which to have your engine oil and oil filter change. However, manufacturers may recommend change your oil every 5,000 or 6 months, because that 5,000 or 6 months is conventional oil. I use synthetic. Bruh, I drive BMWs, man. I drive BMWs. So if you change your shit every 3,000, you wasting a lot of fucking money. You should be having 3 oil changes. You going 3, 3, 3. I'm going 10. So for every one of my oil changes, you're doing 3. You're blowing through fucking money for no reason. I bought this BMW with 36,000 miles on it. 36,000. I'm at 118,000 right now. And this motherfucker runs flawlessly. So guess what? How many oil changes I've had versus you? Because like I said, I hit the button in mine. It resets at 9,000. And I think it resets at 9,000 because it knows that 10,000 is like, that's the limit. So my button, when I hit reset, I got an oil reset video in my BMW maintenance. You see a BMW maintenance photo on my playlist. So what you do is you go to my BMW playlist and you look at the oil change reset. There's a video and I helped a lot of people. That video's got like 40, 50,000 views on it. Hit that video and you'll see what my light resets at. It's either 8,000 or 9,000. You'll see what my BMW, it resets itself. The BMW computer resets because it's synthetic. It's synthetic. Yeah, one caveat for that 10,000, depending on conditions. Say on my 23 and 24 Lexus says severe conditions, synthetic is at 4K. I'll change it at 5,500. Yeah, it depends on severe condition. I mean, if you're racing, I don't race my car. I just drive my fucking car. I'm not racing. It's a sports car. I don't even use sport mode in my car. I've had this car for almost 3 years. I use sport mode maybe twice just to show people what it feels like. I don't even use sport mode. I use comfort. I just drive it on comfort. So if you drive it in extreme conditions, you're racing it. You're really trying to get it to a track and run it. Because like I said, I had a CBR 1000. My CBR 1000, my 600R, all those bikes were track bikes. Those were extreme conditions. Because whenever that bike would go, it was always 115 miles an hour, 130 miles an hour. These are miles per hour, not how many miles I drove. These were miles per hour, 115 miles an hour, 130 miles an hour, 80, 90. I'm hard braking. That's an extreme condition. Those are bikes that I use strictly for the track. So oil changes in those bikes would be a little more frequent because I would redline the shit out of them all the time. My motorcycles get redlined all the time. That's what they mean by extreme. Driving a car is not extreme unless you know how to fucking drive. It's like you need to be careful on the BMW engines. They're known to have rod bearing issues due to improper spacing. But the thing about a BMW engine, the 330i, the new 330i, like you got to look at all the different classes. You got B46s, B48s, you got the N's, you got a lot of different classes of engines. They change engines. All BMW engines are not the same. They're different classes of engines. I have the newer engine. It's the B46, which is just as powerful as the 48. And what they did is they added a turbo to it. So you got a turbo to it and you got all Porsche internals. There's Porsche internals in that BMW sitting outside. Yeah, Porsche internals. You can run this car up to 500 horsepower. It's sitting at about 290 right now. So my car is at 290. There's an upgrade online on actual YouTube that shows you how to get this car up to 500 horsepower. But you need to do port injection, a new turbo, a new ECU. It's some crazy shit. I got charge pipes and everything on it now, down pipes, all that. But when you want to go up to 500, that's the limit you can push the Porsche internals on the new BMWs. This is a 2019. So like I said, you got to do your research on cars. Trust me, before I bought this car, I don't just go outside and just buy shit. I don't just come on with fucking station wagons. I knew what I was buying before I even bought it. When I bought the Jeep, I knew what I was buying before I bought it. When I researched this 3.5, that I never even wanted a 3.5 Expedition, but I started researching 3.5 Expedition. Then I started looking for one. I already got the cam phasers in my watch list. I got the cam phase because The 3.5 liter Ford engines got these cam phasers. Stock cam phasers always fail. So I got the upgraded cam phasers in my watch list. They're $400 for a set, $95 a piece, $400 a set. This is which BMW you have, Jeff? I got the 330i, the 2019 330i. And so I run only synthetic in all my cars. I run synthetic. I run some Lucas oil thickener. I also run oil additive. I run a little bit of this stuff called Restore. I run Restore. So yeah, say, Jeff, you need to send your oil to be analyzed after oil change. Sergio, I tell you what you need to do. You need to cash at me $100 so you don't waste my time. I'll do exactly what you asked me to, but you're going to cash at me $100 or just let me keep driving my shit the way I've been doing it. That's the only choice we got. It's like, I keep it 100. Don't waste my time. Don't. So you talking about first you said not to do it. Now you said, well, go get it analyzed. Go get all. I tell you what, let me keep driving my shit. The last time, I am 51 years old, Sergio. The last time my car was ever at a shop, was 2007. Do you know what year it is right now? Do you know what year it is right now? It's like, what year is it right now? It's 2024. It's 2024 right now. If I said the last time any of car I've ever owned, I've owned a lot of cars, was ever in a shop, 2007 was the last time our car was in a shop. It is 2024 right now. If you don't think I know what the fuck I'm doing, 24 years, 17 years, I kept my cars out of shops by doing shit the way I do it. How many times have your cars been to a shop since 2007, Sergio? How many? And I'll tell you all, one of the cars I got, my 2011 truck sitting out here, I still drive it every day. It's a 2005 Escalade, 2005 with 225,000 miles on it. I bought it with 80,000 miles on it. That truck has never been to a shop. I bought it in 2011. It's never been to a shop. I do all my own work. I know how to drive a car. I know how to take care of a car. When you come from my era, you don't sit there and try to create new shit. You say, what kind of engine do I got? Research it. What kind of engine do I got? What do I need to, man? There's too many people out here, man. There's too many people out here thinking that they know shit about cars. And I say, ask anybody, if your car hit 300,000 miles, if your car hit 300,000, I want to talk to you. You're the one I'm looking for. If your car hit 450,000 miles, I want to talk to you. You're the one I'm looking for. If you trading shit in at 50,000 miles, I'm not fucking with you. I'm sorry. You're not the one I'm looking. Well, I trade my shit in at 50,000. You know, I change the oil every 3,000. I change it in. I take it in. I ain't had a car over 200,000 miles in my life. Then I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm somebody who keeps a fucking car. I keep cars because I take care of cars. I got a 6.0 engine with a 4L60E transmission. That's an LS motor, Vortex 6.0, 4L60E. Everybody wants that. The engine and transmission alone is worth 10 grand. The whole truck itself, because it's an 05, is only worth $2,500. But the engine and the transmission is worth about 10 G's. It's all solid. I take care of my shit because I know what I'm sitting on. I'm sitting on a $10,000 engine and transmission. No leaks, no ticks, no clicks, no burnout, nothing. Yeah, exactly. So you don't need to send your order. Dude, I was born in 1973. There's not one person on fucking earth that I've ever known to send their oil in to be analyzed. I was born in 1973. I have not met anybody on my fucking journey up to 2024 who were sent their oil in to be analyzed. Not one. I am 51 years old. I don't know anybody. All my cars run just fucking fine without all this extraneous shit people be trying to do. You should do this. You should do that. You should do this. I'm like, man, you should fuck up and ask me how many miles I got on my car. Because I'm going to ask you how many miles you got on your car. I'm going to ask you how much your car been in the shop. I'm going to ask you all the shit that went wrong. Because how come my engines don't blow? I even got a supercharger on a Jeep, a 3.8 V6 Jeep. I got a supercharger on it, pushed all the way up to 370 horsepower. That shit ain't broken down. Why not? You got to know what the fuck you doing. Uh-oh, Ben and Breakfast, thank you, brother, for super chat. Say, hey, mechanic here too, 245K on my Mini. I'll let you know when I get there. That's where I'm trying to get. If you got 245,000 on your car, you the one I'm trying to talk to. You the one I'm listening to. If you got 60,000 miles of your car, I'm not fucking with you. I've been past that already. I've already graduated from 60,000 miles by 4. I'm at 258,000. I'm almost hitting by 5. I've graduated that shit. I'm trying to get somebody with 300,000 miles. I need to talk to you. You in grad class. If you under 100,000 miles, you might know what you're talking about, Mike. I'm not going to say you don't, but I'm not trying to talk to you. I want to talk to the motherfucker, man. I got 312,000 miles in this motherfucker. Original transmission, original engine. All I replaced with the alternator. I'm trying to fuck with you. I'm trying to see what you did. I want to know what you used. What did you use? Oh man, I just used a little water wetter in the fucking radiator, a little water wetter. I had some, I used power steering fluid in my brake fluid, my power steering fluid. I kind of switched that shit around. Car runs fine. Damn, and you had 350,000 miles. Put brake fluid in the power steering in the brake. Works every time. It's like, all right, bet. What Kev say? 15 hours. People are the welcome to Taco Bell, master of your order channel. Exactly. Real shit. Look at that, 312 Honda Pilot, 2017. See, Edward, that's what I'm talking about. You sitting over 300,000 miles. We the two that need to be sitting down having lunch, motherfucker. We need to be, hey, so what do you do? Like, how do you make this shit work? Like, what's going on, man? Because if you under 100,000, you under 50,000, you under 30,000 miles, I can't talk to you, man. This is about making a car run. That's like, if you say, hey, man, I ran track for 1 year. I'm still new. I want to talk to somebody who ran track for 15 years because they got that experience. I don't want somebody with a newer car to say, unless you got a newer car, but you've been doing this for a long time and you actually had a car over 300. If you have never kept a car over 200,000 miles, it's going to be hard for me to have a conversation with you because all my cars, I'm trying to get over 200. When I buy one, it never goes back to the dealership. Like I said, last night, I just bought this thing, three months ago. And I heard that belt squeaking one night when it rained. The night it rained, I was driving. I heard the belt squeaking. I was like, oh, shit. So I went down the street and bought a belt for $10. Climbed up under that motherfucker last night and put it on there. It's fine now. This is what I do. If I hear something wrong with my truck, I don't, oh, man, it's kind of squeaking. I be hearing people brakes driving. Bro, you don't hear that belt? Swap that shit out. A belt is like $16. It's like, what the hell? Did you belt? Oh, I pay all my shit off. I haven't paid these. I just bought these other cars. I just bought them. So I haven't paid them off yet. But my Jeep's paid off. Everything in the driveway's paid off. The Expedition, all that shit. My motorcycles, I've had like 9 motorcycles all paid off. All my cars I've ever had paid off. Mercedes left and right paid off. But the 2 I just bought them. And so, yeah. Let's see, like that new motor and tranny, $188,000 bought new in 2017. And see, my Escalade, I took the transmission out at 160 because the sun shell. Now, a sun shell I'll show you guys what a sun shell is. A lot of people are like, what the fuck's a sun shell? I'm going to put in 2005, 4L60E sun shell. That's what I'll do. Let's look at a sun shell. So this is the part that I had to replace on my Escalade right here. And it's the only part. I replaced some other shit just because I had it open. But this is what I had to replace right here. This is what a sun shell looks like. So it's a 4L60E, and it's the genuine beast. It's the beast one right here. Because I got one. This is the one that I bought, and I put it inside of my my Escalade. Because you see these little things on the inside here? Like if you get let me open this up sometime. You see these little splines in there? All those little splines, they get shaved off, and they go real smooth. When they go smooth, it doesn't move your sun shell. And I tow trailers all the time. So because these things got smoothed out, when you go from first to second, it won't catch second. Your planetaries don't slide into place. This gets shaved down. So you take your transmission out and you replace it. It's $70. That's it. It's just $70. Hold up for a second. Right here. This right here. That shit right here. These little splines right there are what I was talking about. All those little splines right there. Those things shave off. Once they shave off, your planetaries don't slide into place. When you go from first gear to second gear, it just spins and it goes ring, ring, ring. It starts ringing, it skips and it jerks a lot. So when I pulled my transmission out, these were all shaved down. So I replaced it at 160,000 miles. That's just what I did. Close that. Yeah, so I replaced it at 160,000. Man, hold up for a second. Wait a minute. Let me go in here real quick. Yeah, this is it. Share that. Bam. Okay, this right here. Oh, man. Again, this is what I was trying to show you guys, but the shit kept fucking up. So all these little splines inside of there. Again, that's what shaved down. All these little pieces inside of here, they smoothed out. Those are gears that lock in your planetaries and everything like that. But because the gears got screwed up, they shaved down and everything. What up, Alva John? They shaved down. So I couldn't go from first gear to second gear. This part cost $70. I replaced that at 160,000 miles. It was a $70 replacement. You just got to take your transmission out. So I took the transmission out, put this in. Truck's been running. Now I'm at 224,000 miles now. Truck runs perfectly. Engine's great. Transmission's great. Everything shifts. Solenoids are all great. I replaced the solenoids while I had it out. Solenoids was like $20 a piece. So I threw 4 new solenoids in there. I think it's 3. You got A, B, B, C, then you got the reverse or whatever, something like that. Switched all that shit out. Easy. So, like I said, when I'm talking to people about cars, man, I'm saying over 300,000. If you can't show me a gauge, like I put pictures of my gauges online. You see, oh yeah, just bought me a brand new car, 13 miles. I'm the shit. 13 miles. I'm the shit. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm at 202,000 miles right now. I'm the shit. Like, your car's a baby. What the fuck you talking about? You the shit because your car got 13 miles. That motherfucker break down next week. It's untested. You don't know the electrical can go out. You drive down and something short out and your whole dashboard go black. It's an untested car at 13 miles. You find me somewhere 300,000 miles. That's a reliable ass car. 300,000 miles. Oh, I'll roll in that because I know we're going to make it back. It's done it for 300,000 miles. It's made it back. I'm old school. The more miles, the more experience this car's been. And you know it inside and out. Yeah, man. Sometimes when I turn left, it's a little knock sound like dunk. I'm like, oh, that's probably just ball joint, tie rod slipping, something like that. Like, replace that shit. Hey, man, that knock's gone. When you get a car with no little to no, remember, that car is untested. That car came right off the factory line. Why do you think you see brand new cars on flatbeds all the time? Brand new cars on flatbeds going, yeah, they got to fix something, man. Something wrong with my car. Didn't you just buy that? Yeah, I just bought that. What the fuck happened? I don't know. We tried to start it this morning. It just wouldn't even start. New shit, untested. And I tell folks, man, no, run it. I need 200,000. I need 150,000. I need 160,000 on my car. Because if it ain't got that many miles on it, I can't trust it. It's too new. And you ain't been through nothing yet. The motherboard can go out. Wiring harness go out. Fuel pumps go. Everything go out. My cars, they run. Only thing I swap out is batteries in the desert. That's about all I swap out is batteries. Oh, yeah. 3,000 mile oil change is a complete waste of time and money if you're using good synthetic. You can go 7,000 to 10,000 miles. Yeah, and I've always done that. I've always done 7,000 to 10,000 miles on my cars. Always. Like, there's never been a time when I haven't. I don't think I've ever done a 3,000 mile oil change in my life. And the only engine I blew was my 4.1 Cadillac. It was a 4.1 Cadillac with that 4.1 engine. It was a 1987 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. It had the 4.1 aluminum. That engine blew in everybody's Cadillac. So that was an anomaly to me because I had never blew an engine before. And I'm driving on the highway in Vegas past Boulder Station. And all of a sudden, just boom, you hear a loud bang and you just see smoke pouring out from up under the car and smoke coming out of the hood. I pull over, huge oil all the way down the street. It threw a damn rod right through the bottom of the engine. Didn't come out the top, went straight through the bottom of the engine, through a rod. That's how the 4.1s went. If you had a Cadillac 4.1, research it. That was a common issue. So any other than that, I've never blown an engine, ever. Yeah, Tesla on flatbeds every day in NYC because them cars are untested, man. You got to give me something reliable. They be like, well, I know I got a full charge on it. The car just won't start. Flatbed. It's like, man, yeah, Greg, man. Hey, we got a lot of people on this channel that are mechanics that do work on their own shit. And yeah, T.I. said in the interview, the aluminum motor was the worst motor GM ever made. Bruh, that's the only engine I ever blew. The only engine I ever blew was that 4.1. I'm driving, in that car, it only had like maybe 70, 80,000 miles on it. I paid $4,000 for that car. I had like 70, 80,000 miles on that Cadillac. And I had Dayton's on it. It was clean as a motherfucker. Man, that rod went right through the bottom of the engine. I ain't never blown an engine in my life. I was like, oh man, So when people talk to me about oil changes, talk to me about transmission fluid changes, differential, hey, I'm from an experience area. I'm not from my tech told me, my shop told me, or I heard from somebody. I'm only telling you shit I've done. I'm not going to tell you shit I haven't done. I'm not going to sit up there. What up, Jesse? I'm not going to sit up there and tell you some shit that I heard somebody else say on a Facebook live stream or a Facebook post one day. Well, I saw on a Facebook post. I don't talk about that shit. If I've done it, I'll tell you about it. If I haven't done it, I'll be like, dude, that's not even my area of expertise. I don't even fuck with that. People have asked me questions before right on live stream. And I say, dude, I can't even tell you because I don't bullshit people. I don't got to bullshit you. But if I tell you, if I got 258,000 miles on my car, I'm going to tell you how I got there. And if it's me changing oil every 10,000 miles using synthetic only, then that's how I got there. But you're going to get other people who ain't done that shit. They got 30, 40, 50,000 miles on their car. You got to do it every 3,000 miles. If you don't do it every 3,000 miles, I'm like, what? If your car is at 60,000 miles, you should have only did 6 oil changes, because every 10,000 miles, you're at 6 oil changes. 6, 1, 6. You're at 6. These motherfuckers, if you're doing it every 3,000 miles, you have 60,000 miles. That means you've done 20 oil changes. You've done 14 oil changes too many. 14 too many. Multiply that shit. 14 oil changes of whatever they cost times what, and it's a waste of money. It's a complete waste of money. You've done 14 oil changes too many. 14 too many. I've only done 6 in 60,000. You've done 20 in 60,000. And our cars both running the same, running exactly the same. Because you can change your oil every 3,000 if you want to. It ain't gonna hurt it. You're just gonna be blazing through a lot of unnecessary money. Taking that, when you keep taking that bolt out and putting that bolt back in, and taking that bolt out and putting that, you're slowly stripping out the threads every time. So you keep taking it out, in. Same thing with your oil filter house. You keep taking the oil filter off, you're fucking with the threads every time, because it's compression, it's heating and cooling. So you're messing with the threads. The least you work on something, the better it is. Maintain it. Don't constantly take it apart all the damn time. You stripping shit out. You messing with shit all the time. So what you got to do, since you recommend it for a Nissan Rogue as well. Well, for a Nissan Rogue, you got to look and see. Let me see something. Depending on what year it is, let's say Nissan Rogue synthetic oil change interval. Nissan Rogue recommends changing synthetic oil in the Nissan Rogue every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. That's what they're saying, 5,000 to 7,500. For me, well, then here's somebody, Nissan Rogue in Tampa, is saying synthetic oil should be changed every 7,500 to 10,000 miles on a 2021. Damn. Here's one here. An Advantage Nissan. Hold up, let me open this real quick. Advantage Nissan is saying, open. Advantage Nissan is saying 7,500 to 15,000 miles. 7,500 to 15,000 miles is what they're saying. How often should you change synthetic oil? 7,500 to 15,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. A 15,000 mile oil change, man, that is nuts. That is nuts. The service manual says, reading through the owner manual of a 2020 Rogue, it says every 7,500 miles for oil change. So 7,500 miles. This Nissan Rogue SUV service interval, that's a service interval right there. That's 20,000 mile service interval. So anywhere between 5,000 and 10,000 miles on a Rogue, up to 15,000 miles, but it has to be synthetic. It has to be synthetic. So, a lot of people like to say, 3,000 is conventional oil. And conventional oil is old school process. Conventional oil is from like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. Those are all old ass cars. So it's old theory, old mentality, trying to make it into a current 2024 situation. Like I said, I got maintenance videos on my channel, and I buy boxes of synthetic oil at the same time, boxes of synthetic, and all my additives are synthetic. It's not conventional. And anybody who don't know the difference between conventional and synthetic probably shouldn't be working on your fucking car to begin with. So if you got somebody going, well, I only use conventional and I'm going to do it every 3,000, cool. Let them do their car like that. You tell people I want synthetic, because 3,000 for synthetic that's nothing. Yeah, it ain't even warmed up yet at 3,000. You still got another 7,000 miles to go. It ain't even warmed up yet. It's like Nissan Rogue 2014. I do my transmission fluid and filters at 30,000 miles. And that's what I would say, William. 30,000 miles is a good interval to do transmission fluid. 30,000 miles. I got all my stuff for the Expedition outside to do the transmission fluid. All I got to do is just drain it. I got the new filter and everything. I got all the new the fluids for it. I got the filter. I just got to do it. And I'm like, man, it's just so hot on that ground out there sometimes, man. I just don't feel like working on an Expedition. I keep calling it the Escalade Expedition. But yeah, man. And like I said, if you guys, what up, RideX, my brother from LA instead of LA. I'm from LA. Yeah, that old Impala was conventional. And that's the thing I tell people. A car don't know what it is. Cars are just metal. They have no idea what it is. We know what the car is. So even when I was running my Caprice Classics and all my cars, I was running synthetic and all my shit. Like my Caprice Classic, I drove that shit from Iowa all the way to Vegas, even drove it around Vegas till I loaned it to somebody and they wrecked it. There was nothing wrong with that Caprice Classic. I always ran synthetic in that car. Like, I don't know what it is, but when I look at the price of oil and I say, okay, with synthetic, I can do 10,000 miles on synthetic, 10,000 So I can run 10,000 miles on synthetic. Conventional better be a third of the price. Because if I got to do 3 oil changes versus 1 oil change, if you selling me synthetic at $30 for an oil change, you better sell me conventional at $10. Because if you're selling me conventional, oh, we'll sell you synthetic at 30, but conventional for 20. No, because that means I'm going to pay $60 in 3 oil changes when it only costs 30 for the synthetic. So you're paying twice as much more money during the same time frame. You're spending twice as much more money. So just do synthetic. Run synthetic. Don't even question it. Should I use synthetic or should I use conventional? Don't even mess with conventional. It's like I said, if it burns a certain way, don't even worry about it. Just say, it's going to be super black. When I change my oil in my synthetic, it's not even super black when I change it. It can still go a little more. Just don't. Exactly. Conventional is like regular gas. That's it. It's like you got to really hit the throttle. And the thing is, people don't understand how octane is. When you hit that throttle, you open up the throttle body. So when you press your accelerator, the throttle body opens. It dumps a little more gas in there. Octane is how it burns and how hot it burns. The hotter the explosion, the more horsepower it pushes those pistons down, because you got a real hard bang. Boom. It pushes that piston down. It generates more torque and horsepower. So you don't have to put the throttle down a lot. You barely hit the throttle with 91 gas, 92 gas. You barely hit the throttle. Your car feels a lot faster because the explosion is hotter. So the explosion is hotter and it pushes that piston down harder. Is less air you need. But if you really got to get that car moving with cheap gas, you're going to go through a lot of cheap gas when you don't have to go through that much real good gas. So the money's going to kind of like balance itself out. I run good gas because if I ran cheap gas, I'll be blazing through it. Because you really got to push that accelerator down to create that opening of that throttle body to get that explosion hot enough and hard enough to generate the torque and horsepower you need to move it. That's why I put a supercharger on my Jeep. When I put the supercharger on my Jeep, I added more boost. When you add more boost pressure and I added bigger fuel injectors, I use less fuel because the explosions are hotter. I'm running, 91 gas. I got more air coming in. You combine that with that air and that fuel, you're getting a hotter explosion, less throttle. So you're saving more gas. You're not blazing through gas that much. When you use cheap gas, man, you pushing it. You really hitting that gas pedal to get that shit to move. And it's like, yeah, just run them hoes, shit. So today's live stream, Car Fluids 101. Hey, it's like maintaining, man. It's like maintenance. It's like maintenance, man. So I changed the topic. Hey, we cover everything. We drive cars every day. So I'm glad we talked about this. And it's like, if we driving cars every day, might as well talk about them sometimes, man. Toyota lifetime transmission fluids, well, they still have to be changed. I think lifetime fluids still have to be changed. I don't think lifetime fluids means for eternity, because eternity is a mighty long time. Eternity is forever. That's a long time. So I think lifetime is like shelf life. If I say, the lifetime of this is 5 years, that's on average, the life of this transmission is about 5 years. That would be the lifetime of it. But to say, to start some shit when the dinosaurs was here to a current, that's beyond my lifetime. That's a long ass time. I mean, that's eternity. That's not lifetime. That's eternity. So I think when you see these lifetime, it's like, whose lifetime are you talking about? The lifetime of an ant? The lifetime of a human? Of a fucking goat? Like, what lifetime are you talking about? The lifetime of a transmission. And most transmissions will last you 2-3 years, maybe, on average. A Toyota transmission, you can run it at 1 million miles, but I would probably change it every 4 or 5 years. I would change it. Like my transmission, I change it once a year. Toyota, you may have to do it once every 5 years because it's a little different. But yeah, lifetime is not eternity. I don't think so. Let's see something. Let's go lifetime transmission fluid. I'm gonna look up lifetime transmission fluid. All right, let me open this up real quick. Share screen. Yeah, I like this topic, man, because I'm a garage guy. I like this. I'm glad you guys are kind of interested in this shit. And it says, wait a minute, let me open this up. Come on, thing, quit fucking with me. There we go. Let me see if I see it over there. Yeah, it says some newer vehicles have lifetime fluid in their transmissions. Some say there's no such thing as a truly sealed for life transmission fluid. Over time, all transmission fluids break down, become contaminated, and need to be changed. Some say that lifetime fluid actually may mean filled for the life of the warranty. If you plan to keep the car for more than 100,000 miles, it may be a good idea to check the fluid and change it around that point. Changing the fluid regularly can help extend the life of the transmission and minimize expensive repairs. So that's basically what I was saying. It's like, I don't think lifetime is eternity. Lifetime to me is just like, how long you think this shit can last? I don't know, shelf life, I don't 3 years. Then that's what it's gonna last you, 3 years. Change it after 3 years. That's your lifetime. It's like, yeah, water your tires. Exactly. Shit. Hey, I was doing it yesterday. Actually, I have a video showing my front tire was 122 degrees and every other tire was a little less than that. So I got out the car and I watered my fucking tires down to cool them off because I had to do some airport runs and I had the truck down because it had that squeaky ass belt. So I didn't use the truck all day yesterday. It had the squeaky belt. So I did all my runs in the Beamer. So all my private runs were in the Beamer, easy runs. My tires were so hot. It was one, that was only the first run. They were 122, 117, when I made later in the day, after my run later in the day, my tires were 133 degrees, 127 degrees. I mean, it went through the roof. It went through the roof. These tires heat up, man. They heat up. So I'm like, jeez. What Warren Daisy said, hey, do you think it's better to invest in a bigger, more comfortable vehicle or a hybrid? I don't know. I would say hybrid. Get a hybrid. I like hybrids, man. I really like hybrids. So it's like, I think at some point you're going to get more bang for your buck doing hybrid. Make sure it's a really nice hybrid, though. The engineer whisperer. The engine whisperer. Like, don't break your shit up. Don't break it up. Yeah, so I would do that. I would probably get a hybrid. I would get a hybrid. And I like what Emmanuel said. Every transmission fluid every 55 to 60K. That's good. If you're towing, then chop that down a little bit. If you're towing a car, you're towing a lot. Like I tow a lot with the Escalade. So I drop that down to about 25, 30,000 miles, roughly about every 2-3 years. Because I don't put a lot of miles on it. I'll change it. But if you're not changing your transmission fluid at 55, 60,000 miles, that's normally every 4 or 5 years. That's what he's saying. Every 4 or 5 years, change the transmission fluid for an average driver. Because if you're not, you got all that shit breaking down all your clutch plates. It's eating up your gears. It's doing a lot. The viscosity is going down. You end up locking up a transmission. And there's people out there who never change their transmission. They car got 130, 140,000 miles, never change their transmission fluid. I'm like, you should be on your third transmission fluid, third filter by now. No, I never did it. You drain that shit, to look like oil. That should be black. It should be kind of like a dark red. Instead of a kind of like a medium red, it should be dark red. That shit come out looking like black. I'd be like, what? Did I make a mistake and drain the oil? Hold up. I'll back the fuck up. Look at the car. Like, wait a minute. Where's your oil? Okay, there's the oil up there. So this is right. This is right. All right, I am draining the transmission. Yeah. I just had to make sure, motherfucker. This shit came out looking like coffee. Like, I've never changed it before. I can see that. And transmission fluid burnt like that stinks. Man, it's the worst smell ever. And it never comes out. You got to get some crazy shit. You got to mix up some soap with some ammonia, and you got to get it off your hands, your arms, everything. That shit stink, man. It'll have you smelling like you was fishing all day. Like, I was out fishing, but there ain't no lakes around you. Ain't no ponds and no shit like that. But I was out fishing. No, you wasn't, you nasty motherfucker. You was changing the transmission fluid. It's like, man, this is right. It's not worth putting those extra additives in. They don't do much anyways. Well, see, what I do with the additives, William, what I do is I use this stuff called Restore. Now, Restore is a thick blue fluid. And I use Restore. I use Lucas oil thickener too, because oil is just like cooking oil. When cooking oil is cold, it's a solid. It's almost a solid, like bacon grease and shit like that is a solid. When you start heating up things like lard, you start heating up oil, it doesn't like evaporate. It liquefies. And not only does it liquefy, but it turns into a substance that sometimes you could fry chicken with it. Like, let's say you got a piece of chicken and you dropped it in some lard, like some cold lard. It would just go like it's dropping in pudding. That's it. It would just drop. But you heat that lard up. You can actually fry chicken with that shit. And it'll be like, it only holds is viscosity and ability to contain heat for so long. So what additives do is they stay coated to engine parts. When I put on Lucas oil thickener and I put on Restore on there, the oil, like if you tilt oil will drain completely out of the oil pan and your oil pan will be dry. Like it'll have a small, slight kind of film on it, but it'll be completely dry. There's nothing stuck to straight oil because straight oil is like water. It runs away. It runs off. So what you do is you add additives to it that hang on to your parts. So you don't get dry starts. Like you don't get that rattling doing cold starts. Your engine oil, the viscosity stays a little bit longer because it's a little bit thicker and it's going to stay there. But you don't run straight oil. Like if you run straight oil, the viscosity is not going to stay there. It's just not, especially conventional oil. It's like cooking oil. It dissipates after a while. Yeah, I let my car warm up to operating temperature. Yeah, a lot of times I do that. And when I'm leaving in the morning, I'll let the car run because I need to get through the lifters. It has to get through all your lifters before you put too much pressure on the engine. It gets through your valves. It gets through everything. It gets around, your timing chain. It gets around everything, and it gets nice and warmed up. It gets into those parts. It hits the plastic guides and everything, and it just heats everything to expand it to where it should be. If you start a car when it's cold and you start driving instantly, not even driving hard, but just like really going, you're putting extra stress on an engine that's not ready to be driven yet. You got to kind of warm it up. It's kind of like racing, and you see people spin their tires out first. They want to get those tires ready for performance at that part because they got to perform. So you don't want them to have that much slip. It's the same with engines. Just kind of let it run a little bit just so to get that oil lubricating everything. Because you start running things dry, you're going to have some issues. That's why I've never blown an engine except that one engine. But I've never blown an engine. Stuff like gunk. I don't know what gunk is. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Yeah. But when I did my my BMW, when I actually did the heat thermos unit, and it's in my BMW maintenance list, and that was like an 8-hour job I did. I showed myself cleaning out the intake valves. Now, what everybody has to realize is when you have a GDI engine, that's like gasoline direct engine or something like that. That means your fuel injectors are right inside of your pistons. The fuel injectors are not above. They don't get sucked in with air. They're already down at the bottom because GDI has the intakes, the injectors under your valves. So where they go into the piston. When you got shit on top of the valves, you can add valve cleaner into your gasoline and it cleans your valves, cleans all the intake, cleans your upper cylinder and everything. You can do that. GDI, you can't do that. So when I took my intake off, you can see on the video, my intake was completely caked with gunk. It was just disgusting all the way across every lifter, every valve, it was nasty all the way around. So I had to clean it out because I wasn't putting all the shit back together again with my engine looking like that. It was too caked up. So I showed a video how to clean it all out, got it all spick and span, brand new, like a brand new engine. Now, when I put the engine back together, I also showed me putting the oil catch can. Now, what an oil catch can does is that as you're running your car to the PC valve and everything else, oil comes back through and it goes back into your intake because there's emissions gases that you don't want to get out into like environment. So they make the gas recirculate back into your engine again. All the oil, all the compression, all the pressure comes right back around and back into your engine through your intakes. When it does that, it's dumping oil back into your intake because oil kind of like doesn't really evaporate. With an oil catch can, it catches all that oil before it makes it back to your intake. So it keeps the air clean and it keeps your intakes clean because all the oil is in that oil catch can. So each one of my vehicles got an oil catch can on it, except the new one because I just bought it. But I don't want oil going back into my intake because oil doesn't burn right. Because you only want gas and air. That's all you want is gas and air. You don't want gas, air, oil because you're going to lose gas mileage like that. So, yeah, it's a whole new different shit, man. Pennzoil, I use everything. Pennzoil, Walmart oil, whatever. If it says synthetic on it, I'm using it. I've been running that shit forever, man. I'm ever. So, Jeff, I'm so new to cars that I mistakenly put diesel in my car instead of gas. I heard a diesel spigot won't fit into a gas engine. Somebody told me that before. I don't know because I've never tried it. But somebody said a diesel thing won't fit into a gas spigot. I know diesel is green. When you go to the gas station and you see the green pump, that's diesel. Don't mess with green. Green does not mean go. Green is the opposite of go at the gas station. It's like, nope. If it's a black handle, yeah, you might want to use that one. But if it's like green, do not touch diesel. So Chris Higgins, go on YouTube and watch that Project Farm oil test videos. It proves beyond a shadow of a doubt. Mobile. Here we go. Mobile One these days is more about reputation from yesterday, year and brand name loyalty. It's not a top 5 oil in the world anymore, not even close. Hey, man, I just run Walmart oil. It's synthetic. I don't know where Walmart gets their oil from, but I know Walmart does not own an oil field. Half the shit that we buy now, and you got to understand, man, everything we buy nowadays, we're buying a package. We're buying a brand. We're not buying an actual product. We're not buying content. So you can go get a RC Cola or you can go get something else. It's probably all from the same factory. They just put it in a different can. You can go get a pair of Nikes or you can get you a pair of $30 shoes. They come from the same sweatshop in Korea. They all do. But when I see oil, I feel the same about oil. It's oil to me. I don't know if it's this type or that type. I don't know. I'm going to add my additives and everything like it anyways, but most all this shit is exactly the same. metals on cars come from the same metal places in the ground, come from the same metal warehouses, come from the same, steel stores and steel factories. They just package it differently. They call it Escalade, but an Escalade to me really is a Tahoe. But they can sell it for more because they say Escalade and they put these little chrome badges on it. It's an Escalade. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking Tahoe. Because I can buy Tahoe parts and put them on my Escalade and it fits just perfect. It's not a problem. It's like, man, oh yeah, that's SuperTech. That's what I use. I run SuperTech for everything, man. And I use SuperTech like cleaners, cleansers, all that stuff. And it actually cleans everything down pretty good. When I use SuperTech, oh man, the brake cleaners and everything like that, I love that stuff, man. I love it. I'm gonna see something. Lift stock price. Ooh. Let's take a look at lift stock price real quick. I like to do this. All right, here we go, man. Lyft closed at the previous close was $11.60. Let's see something real quick. Let me see if I can go up here. All right. And now, so the previous close was $11.60 what it closed yesterday. Today it closed down at $11.29. So 31 cents down. It closed 31 cents down. I don't know if it's going to make it back up to 12 soon, man, because it's really trying. They're really trying to get it to go back up to 12. But I think people are done with the facade of saying Lyft and Uber are premium apps to use. I just don't see it. And especially with more drivers out there realizing we're contractors and not falling for the bullshit, they're going to have hell to pay. Because people are going to be like, how come, I'm out here, my drivers are now trying to make me be their private clients and stuff like that. The moment people start realizing that we're not driving on the apps for what the apps are paying, investors are going to realize money is not going to the apps. Money is coming direct to the drivers. So there needs to be a app out there. Don't know which one is going to be that really pays drivers a high competitive wage. And I mean a competitive wage to almost the point of private rides. Hum is one of the only apps I know doing that. Hum is one of the only apps, because I showed y'all the other day. I did a black SUV, or what was it? Yeah, I did a black SUV ride the other day. And I had a Hum Excel, and I did a Hum Excel next to it. My Hum Excel that I did a ride in that day, that same day, the Hum Excel was almost the exact same price as the black SUV. The only difference is the black SUV charged the lady like $90-something, like $106. It charged her $106, and I got $50-something. Whereas on my Hum ride, I think I made 65, but it came out to where the lady paid like 47, would have paid 47 if she would have used the app, something crazy like that. So Hum is the closest thing to actually matching the prices of what, black SUV would. So you can drive black SUV on Lyft, or you can do Excel on Hum, and it's almost the exact same price what the driver is getting. But me, I do everything private. So I actually got like, $10, $15 more than both of them combined. It's like, shit, I'm doing it. Say, Jeff, for catch cans, do you modify them to fit? My RCF has one, but won't work. Cars I can't fit anything. Oh, yeah. That's what I do. Like I said, I got, for my catch can, you'll see my catch can on my, I think I got one on a Jeep. So you can see that one on a Jeep. And I had to, that one was a universal that I got to fit. But then the one that I put on a BMW was specifically for the BMW, but it was for the B48 engine, and I have the B46 engine, so I had to modify it. But when I modified it, I actually went and got plumbing parts. Yeah, from Home Depot. So each one of my cars got Home Depot parts in them. So I went to Home Depot, and they have these copper T's. It's like a T. Copper won't fail. You can heat up copper pretty good too, and it won't fail. It's a good conductor. So I used a copper T, cut the hoses, had new I think I had new hose clamps. So I had the copper T, new hose clamps coming straight off the intake, going into the copper T, one hole going towards the oil catch can, and one was going back towards from the catch can to the intake. So once it went through the catch can, it went through the catch can through the intake. I basically built my own catch can kit just using their catch can. But I had to go to Home Depot to go get that little T in there. But yeah. This is whatever oil you use, make sure the specifications match the car. On Toyota Lexus, it's called LSAC 6B, something like that, but it's in the bottles I buy. Yeah, I don't know what that is. LSAC 6B. Don't put diesel in gas engines. If you do, flush it out. Exactly. Because if you make a mistake and put diesel, diesel in your engine, do not start the car. Because that way it never makes it through the fuel pump. Because if you just say, oh shit, I just put diesel in it, you're still safe. You're good. You're good because you never turn the car on. But once it get into the lines, that residue will coat the inside of your lines and everything, and you'll have a whole lot of shaking in your car. It'll try to burn the little bit, but it won't. It won't start with diesel to begin with. It's not gonna, because diesel is not gas. But if you turn the engine and a little bit gets in those lines, you got to flush out your lines now, because you can't just run gas to it to flush it out. You got to like literally flush out your lines. So it's like, man, what up, my brother? What's up, Brian, my man? And so if you just put diesel in by mistake, be like, okay, all I did was put diesel in. All you got to do is just take the tank off. You're good. You're still good. Just take the tank off, drain it all, clean out the tank real good, get the tank super clean, put the tank back on, fill it with gas. You don't have to do anything with the lines, the engine, none of that. But once you turn that shit and it goes to your system, you created a whole new world of problems now. Way worse than just taking the tank. It's like, oh man, now I got to do the line flush. You probably got to flush the injectors out if it made it that far. You got to do your fuel filter, redo your whole fuel filter, because now you got that diesel inside of your filter. I mean, it's a whole mess. You probably got to replace your fuel pump because your pump actually has diesel in it now. I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess. Once you turn that car on, do not no. Hold up for a second. There was something else in here that I knew I wanted to show you guys. Hold on for a second. This is only 1:30. Yeah. Wait a minute. Where are we at? History right here. Let's go in history. No, it was watch list. Okay, watch later. There it is. Watch later. Pull up thing. Oh, this right here, man. This is good. This is good. Oh, come on, thing. Oh, here we go. Okay, let me go back some. I'm gonna play this tab for y'all right here. Y'all gonna like this. Wait a minute. Control tab. Present. Share screen. Go here. There. This is good right here. Y'all gonna like this.
California in its crisis. Residents are being crushed by the high cost of living and financial mismanagement, sending the Golden State down a slippery slope. Now, this is according to our next guest, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Company co-founder. Robert, great to have you here on the program. You talk about in one of the latest pieces that you wrote about California going broke and that it really could bring other states down with it. Talk us through it.
Well, thank you. I think it's interesting that one of the greatest entrepreneurs of our time, Elon Musk is leaving. What does that tell you?
Yep.
And then you look at the debt of the whole United States. We're the biggest debtor nation in the world. So, and then Japan just took a tank. So I look at all of this, I'm going, wow, what's going to happen? So a bellwether is they're the lead state and people are leaving California and it's going bust.
And we've got Vice President Kamala Harris running for president. She is from California. You've got Tim Walz from Minnesota, which is very California-like in policy too. So you ask yourself, what does the future hold? And Robert, when I think of you, I think about your book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It inspired a lot of people I know to start small businesses in this country. And I'm wondering, in the current state that we're in, do you still give people that advice? Is this still the greatest place on earth for entrepreneurism? Or is the tide turning, or could it turn worse if there is, someone that wins this election that isn't pro-business?
Well, Biden and Kamala are the gift that keeps giving, in a bad way. And our unemployment is going through the roof right now. So the idea of just going back to school to get a job, I think is a bad idea. With AI coming along and all that, like in my neighborhood, Waymo is driving around and there's no driver in it. And I think 30% of the jobs in America are with drivers. So why not just start small, side hustle, they call it, start a small business and start to learn about being an entrepreneur. I think it's the safest thing you can do right now.
That's incredible advice. I'm sure one that our audience will take to heart, Robert. Thank you so much.
But that's what I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to show y'all that. Even the rich dad, poor dad guy, what did he say? He said drivers, even Waymos are taking over his neighborhood right now. Drivers have to learn to be better entrepreneurs. They've got to become business owners. He didn't say they got to do Uber. He didn't say they got to do Lyft. He said they got to become entrepreneurs. They got to become big. And this guy, Like I said, Brian says he followed this guy for 25 years. So you know what he's saying. You know what he's saying is true. And we've been standing out on this channel that you've got to make sure that you become a business. When I look at everybody on this list, I'm looking at business owners. I'm looking at CEOs of their companies. I'm looking at people really getting their shit together. People saying, hey, man, I'm about to do this, man. How do I convert rides? How do I get moving? How can I? This is what I see when I look in the chat. Business owners. A lot of people out there are still rideshare drivers. They're not business owners. They're rideshare drivers. They're driving for their own demise right now, for their own demise. He even says, with Kamala and Tim Walz, Tim Walz is vetoing bills out there left and right. Kamala, she's from California. So for them to say, we know how to fix policy, and you still got one of the worst states in the union, but you know how to fix policies, and you never once fix your own state where you come from. You don't love the people who voted you even to that point to say, hey, I'm going to fix California. I'm going to fix Minnesota. You don't even love them people. I'm going to fix whole America. You don't even care about the people that voted you to positions you got now. So how can you say I care about the whole country of America? You can't fix your own state. And this guy right here, he's just saying the best way to get through this economy is to own your own business right now. He is preaching small business. People are getting fired left and right. People are getting laid off left and right. Corporate America is just battling people, paying them less, laying people off. This guy is saying that what you want to do is start your own company. Get your own client base. Have we not been saying that on this channel? Get your own client base. Get off the plantation. That's right, young boy. Robert wants us off the plantation. And this is how we are, man. Over here, we like it. It's a lot of people. Oh, you don't want to get off the plantation, man. It's too risky. It's too much of a risk. Just stay on the plantation. It's less risky on the plantation. Yeah, you might get stabbed by a rider or something. You might get carjacked, but it's less risky. If you don't take risks, you don't have no reward. Comfort of the plantation is going to still make you a slave. I'm comfortable. I ain't got to own no land. Ain't got to pay no land taxes. Ain't got to. You a slave, though, but I'm comfortable. At some point, you got to say, dude, being on the plantation is not what it's cracked up to be. Because if it is, everybody would want to be on it. CEOs would want to be on a plantation. Why do CEOs want to own the plantation? Because they don't want to be on one. So you either own it or you own it. One of the two. What's up, Lindsay? How you doing, lady? So you either own it or you own it. I would rather own my own business. Get off the plantation. Don't be on the plantation. Own the plantation. O-W in it. We need to make a t-shirt that says, don't be on the plantation. O-N, own the plantation. O-W in the plantation. Be your own boss. Do your own thing. I'm not trying to be out there slaving away for nobody all day so they can kick back and be like, yeah, productivity is up in an all-time high. Yeah, so is your salary. So is your bonuses. So is shareholder money. But the money that's going into our pockets ain't going nowhere. We making the same. We making the same. Just make the shirt. I'll buy it. I don't know. I don't know about that. People are like, wait a minute. You guys are racist. You talking about plantation? Because people only think black people only been on plantations. I'm like, no, everybody's been on one. Yeah, I just don't realize it yet. Time to wake up is stupid. Jeff is a hottie. You stupid. It's like he hit the nail on the head with that. I was just about to pivot back into tech because of the failure of rideshare. But now what Kasawi gave me a bit more encouragement to stay on the course. Exactly, Noble. And it's about owning your own business. It's about being in control of your own finances, doing your own marketing, do your own books and everything. Saying, you know what, when I leave the house today, I know ASU is crazy right now because today students are all moving back in. It is crazy by ASU right now. Why am I not at ASU? Because I'd rather be by you guys. Real shit. I'd rather be by y'all. There's so many parents right now who parked their cars somewhere, who need rides to get to and from their cars. They're paying top dollar right now at ASU right now. I guarantee. Let me look at the app. I'm going to see if it's surging right now. There's 146. And I know there's drivers out there right now making a ton of money by ASU. But the only thing I don't like about ASU, well, they got a $4 bonus hour going on right there. Let me open this up. Ride types. Okay, you got it on all rides. Yep. So they've got their surge over near Mason and stuff like that. So you can't hardly see that. So there's a little surge. They got a $4 bonus zone right by ASU. They got surge everywhere. Then let's go on Uber real quick, see what Uber's got. Because like I said, I'm not going, to me, it's too many traffic. It's too much traffic. A lot of people from a lot of different areas came over there. Choose a preferred vehicle. Bam. Yep. On Uber, there's basically nothing over there. It's blank. Uber's blank over there. You can't see that shit. Let me turn this screen down some. Damn, that screen was bright as a motherfucker. That's a little bit better. Not as much. You can sort of see it like that. If I hold it straight, it looks like that. You can't see shit if I hold it straight. Got to kind of hold it like that at an angle or something. But when ASU over there, yes, they tell college students you can save them $3 a ride. They all do it at the drop of a hat. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you about what I'm talking about doing, because I know that I can fit up to 7 people in these things. And I know Uber and Lyft are going to be doing XL rides, comfort rides, all these big rides. And what they're going to say is, hey, $15 for all of you guys. But because it's only going to be like a mile or two, they're going to try to give us $4 for a mile or two. Here's $4 for a mile or two, Jeff, but charging these people $15, $16 for the same ride. Says, hey, do you live near Dino? I don't know where Dino lives. I know he lives in Arizona, but I don't know where he lives, though. Like, we all over the place out here, man. We're everywhere. Lindsay said, Lyft deactivated me today due to rider saying I was under the influence. All because cars smell like smoke. It's my car. I'll smoke if I want to. Sorry, not sorry. I gave her 1 star. I won, reactivated. She got like, I got back on, damn it. It's my car. I'll smoke if I want to. I'm back, bitch. But yeah, like I said, right now it's going crazy over at ASU, but I'm not going. It's too many people from out of town, people loading luggage. Nobody's paying attention. U-Haul trucks everywhere, big trucks everywhere, people moving furniture to apartments and everything else. The money's not good for me right now. I'll wait till later. Wait till everybody's done moving furniture. Maybe tomorrow I'll go by ASU. Maybe the next day I'll go by ASU. People are running to and from Walmart, getting, dish trays and towels and cup holders and shit like that. There is going nuts by ASU right now. I guarantee over the next few days, there will be drivers who will have their cars wrecked over there by ASU. They will have their cars wrecked trying to get $2 surge, $4 per ride bonus. They will have their cars wrecked. Me, if I know every driver is going to be by ASU trying to get these, all the pigeons going to be flocking to ASU because it's popcorn. Motherfucker throw popcorn on the ground. Everybody going to roll over there. And guess what? I'm going I'm going south. I'm going west. Wherever I know pigeons ain't going to be, I'm going to go, because the rides over there, far and few, easy to convert. Man, I had to wait 15 minutes for a ride. Geez, what the hell's going on? Although ASU's back in. But I'll tell you what, man, only give me $13 for this, man. $13. Tell you what, I'll do it for 25. Oh, cool, because they charging me 29 for it. Bet. Let's do it $25. And if they're like, you know what, man, I just rather just leave it on the app, then you can wait another 15 more minutes. Yeah, I mean, if you already upset about waiting 15, you got another 15 to wait, because I ain't doing it for no $13. I'm out. Just getting deactivated from Lyft is a blessing. Hey, like I said, it turns you into a bear. It turns you into an eagle. You're going to go out there and get this money. Now, if you get deactivated, they're going to make you hungrier. Because when you take food from somebody, they're going to find food. If you're going to take money from me, or I'm going to find money. And they're going to be upset, because once riders are starting to learn out there, all these riders are learning that every driver is not by the books. Some are. Oh, no, you got to add that stop in the app. I can't add that. You got to do that in the app. Add that stop in the app. I can't just stop at Circle K. The motherfucker going to stop at Circle K for an extra $1, but he going to be there for like 20 minutes. Me, I'm like, you know what? We're going to cancel this ride anyways. I'm going to do it all, because I did it one time. That's how I got that $50. I had to take somebody like 2-3 miles. 2-3 miles. It was like $11. Leaving like Westgate, $11. 2-3. I said, okay, it's about $3-4 a mile. I'll do it. As soon as the people came to the car, hey man, we got to stop by Circle K. I said, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I said, I'll just cancel this and we'll do it for $25. I'll just take you out of Circle K. He was like, okay, cool, no problem. So I canceled the ride. We got to Circle K. The kids went in, his wife went in, everybody went in. They were taking too long. They were taking forever. And I'm like, shit, man. By the time we left that Circle K and we started driving, all the roads were blocked. Because it was after a concert, all the roads were blocked. And he was like, man, I'm so sorry, man. It's taking forever, man. I'm so sorry. The line was long as hell. A lady had to come in on her day off to help because the machines fucked up. So everybody was just standing in line with the little self-checkout fucked up. Man, started getting those. And I'm thinking the whole time, man, I said $25 for this. Damn, I said $25. Pull up into the driveway, this and that. The dude says, oh, man, I'm so sorry about what happened. This and that. We only went like 2-3 miles, dude, went in his pocket. Pulled out a $50 bill. Here you go, man. I'm sorry for your time. $50 bill for like 30 minutes of time. $50 bill. Went like 3 miles. Took me like 30 minutes to go 3 miles dealing with this Circle K and everything. This is what we do. We give people options out there, man. We ain't going to sit there at $11 on the app. I would have did 30. They probably paid about $30, $40. And they were giving me 11 to go 2 or 3 miles leaving the concert. I said, I'll do it for 25. I'm not doing it for 11. I'll do it for 25. Okay, cool, no problem. Turn around, got 50 for it. We got to give people options. Just like Robert said, if you're not an independent contractor, you're not starting your own business, you're not trying to be an entrepreneur, you're losing out. And we did, we had Steve Jobs talking about being an entrepreneur the other day on here. Let me see if I got another one of his, because I know I was looking at some of his stuff the other day. But Steve Jobs talks about being an entrepreneur. And I like the way that he's speaking about it, because it really hits home, man. It really hits home. See something, Steve Jobs, entrepreneur. Okay, let's see what we got. What do we got with Steve Jobs? Okay, here we go right here. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be real good right here. Y'all gonna like this shit. Y'all gonna be like, dude, I love this. All right, share screen. This is Steve Jobs' advice for entrepreneurs. Steve Jobs' advice for entrepreneurs right here, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, it's only a minute. It's only a minute. This is for all of us drivers who ain't pigeons, all of us drivers that need to know. Fall is here. Football season is here. Let's do it.
I'm wondering what would be the single most valuable piece of advice you'd give us to even attempt to create some of the value that you guys have done in both your very impressive companies.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing. And it's hard. Where it's just, it's fun. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it and you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up, being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society, and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane, right? Yeah. Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. And
hard work.
If you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it. You got to have passion.
That's right. I tell folks right there, man, if you don't love doing it, and I love going out and help my community. I just do, man. I love when I pick people up and I tell them, $30, and they go, oh, nice, man, because they charging us $42. We were like, why is this so high? Why is it so high? I love going out and just when you hit somebody and you tell them $55, $60, and they go, shh, man, they was charging us $84. I'll do it for $55. Man, I'll tell you what, we'll give you $75. They do that shit. They were charging us $84, man. We're like, what the hell is going on with these prices right now? I love that feeling, man. What I don't love is when I get in the car and I tell somebody, hey, man, I'll do this for $25. No, I'd rather just not do it for $25. I just rather just leave it on the app. I don't want to, cancel rides. And I say, okay, I cancel it anyways. I don't like doing that shit. That does not make me happy to cancel somebody and kick them out of my car. I'm a cool person, but I'm also real. And I'm not going to sit around and let you tell me what I'm worth when I know what I'm worth. I'm not going to let you tell me, no, you're going to do me for what I paid the app and whatever they're paying you. You're going to do it for that. I'm too real for that shit. I get the fuck out. Sorry. I don't want to. It does not make me happy to kick you out of my car. It really don't make me happy because I'm not that type of guy. But I can't live off that money that they're paying me. If you're willing to give the app that much, knowing I'm not being paid well enough, I'm not being paid well enough because I just told you and showed you, and you still say you don't care, then I have to have no care about you. It's a return of that energy back to where it started from. I came up willing to help you. I came up willing to help you. And you told me, I'm not willing to help you though, Jeff. Sorry. If you need some help, go outside and protest. Protest for higher wages. Actually, I'm not going to protest for higher wages. I'm going to go get higher wages because you're going to get the fuck out of my car so I can go get what I got to get. I'm going to go get what I came for. And it's money. I'm not taking no bullshit. I'm not taking no slavery. That's not what I came for. So I hate to do that to people, man. So don't have people thinking, oh man, Jeff love kicking people out the car. No, I don't, because I don't like that energy, man. I don't like it, but I know it's necessary. Like I said, when I was little, I didn't like to eat my vegetables, but I know what shit was necessary. If you want to have a healthy life, a healthy body, you got to do shit that's necessary. Eat them vegetables. Don't just eat candy, cotton candy and shit, suckers and Tootsie Rolls. No, you got to eat some fucking vegetables, Jeff. I don't like vegetables though. It's healthy for you. I might not like to kick people out of my car, but it's healthier for my bank account. You can't add nutrients to your bank account. You can't add dollars to your bank account. Your bank account's not going to grow unless you show some care for it. Do right by your bank account. And it's not going to be easy. A lot of people going to say, oh man, it's necessary. I'm sorry. It's just not good for my bank account to do low paying rides. It's not good for my bank account to let people in my car who tell me to my face that I got a really nice car. It's a beautiful car and this and that. And, you know, and you don't know how I can even afford it. I must do something else to make money because this can't be the only thing I'm doing to make money. But you got to leave this right on the app because I don't care about how much you make. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't want to do it. I don't take pleasure in kicking people out of my car. I really don't, because it feels like I just lost a good person. I mean, they be sad as a motherfucker when they get out. They be like, oh, well, hell, why didn't you even accept a ride? I'm like, motherfucker, why didn't you drive your own car? If you're going to sit there and not care about what somebody else makes, if you're going to care about what somebody else not makes, and you hop your ass in their car, you've told me exactly how you are. You've told me how, and I don't care at that point. I don't care. The care went out of my system. It went out of my system. And I'm a person that cared about you enough to drive to you, to try to get you to where you need to get to, but I'll do it for a fair price. I'll do it for a fair price. And if you know the apps aren't paying me fair, and you say, man, these drivers ain't making shit. I just paid the app $72. You telling me you getting like $32 out of this? Yeah, I paid $72. You're getting $32. Yeah, this is horrible. This is gouging. Yeah, somebody needs to do something about this gouging. We can do something about this gouging. What we can do about this gouging is say, cancel. You give me a fair amount. What do you think this ride is worth? Because I think instead of 32, you give me 50. It's cool. Because you was paying 72. I'm willing to do it for 50. Saves you 22, makes me 22. I think that's fine. We could do it like that. But a lot of people don't want to sit up there and see this industry for what it is. It's drivers. It's not technology. Technology is a finder's fee service. It's like, I don't go to eBay. Find something on eBay. Say, oh man, I've been looking for tires on eBay. Yeah, these tires cost $100, Jeff. Cool, $100. You don't give the seller $50 and eBay takes $50 because I use the eBay technology to find these tires. The person with the tires deserves the money. I'm buying tires off of them. I'm using eBay to find these tires, and then I found them. This person is shipping me the tires. This person has the tires. This person is doing all the work. All I did was use eBay to find the tires. If you're only using Uber and Lyft to find the ride, why is Uber and Lyft getting all the money? You're only using that tech to find the ride. They're not doing the ride. We're doing the ride. We're doing it. So I'm one of those people that will sit up there and say, unless you're willing to care for a driver, I can't mess with you, man. I can't mess with you. If you don't have care for a driver, I can't mess with you. If you tell me to my face, well, I don't care what you guys getting paid. That's between you and Uber. You're right, it is between me and Uber. Boom, cancel. You just cancel the ride? Yeah, because this shit's between you and Uber now. If I was trying to make it between me and you. I was trying to make it between me and you because I'm the one getting your ass to and from. I'm trying to make it between me and you. You told me this shit between me and Uber. So now I got this shit between you and Uber. Get out of my car. Sorry. It's between you and Uber how you get there now. Contact Uber. See if they can get you there. They can't. They have technology. Just like they find you a ride. Hey, man, I need to get to the concert. I'm sitting in South Phoenix right now. Guess what? Jeff's down there. Okay, $46. Okay, $46. Jeff, you want to take somebody downtown for $18? I'll take somebody, but not for no $18. Let me go talk to this motherfucker. Hey, man, I'll do this ride for $35. Well, shit, I paid $46. Yeah, I did. Hey, I'll tell you what, man. Here's $35. You cool to take us back? Hey, here's my card. Text me when you guys get out of the concert. Bet. Concert get over. Hey, man, can you take us back? Hey, man, right now, the rides are going right now, $60, $70 a piece. Tell you what, I'll do it for 45. I know I brought you down for 35, but it's crazy traffic down here, man. I got to sit in traffic just to get to y'all. 45's cool because we looking on the app right now and saying like 80. Yeah, I'll do it for you, man. I'll do it. And that's how we do it. That's how we do it. If I'm going to go online and I'm going to use Craigslist to find a car to buy, I go buy the car off of somebody. They don't give Craigslist half the money because they use Craigslist as a technology. Well, without Craigslist, you wouldn't have found the car. Cool. Dude paid $50 for the ad, but you made like 17 grand on the car. So it's like, you don't say, oh, since you sold the car for 17, give us $9,000 because we're Craigslist. You owe us half the money. Tech does not deserve half the money. I don't care what none of them engineers say. I don't care what none of these CEOs say. None of them. We have the power. We have the power to come in there and knock their ass out of the game. And that's what I think they're scared of. Why do you think their stock can't grow as fast as it should be growing? I thought it would be at 12 by now. I really thought it would be at 12 by now. They're going to have hell. Because once school starts back, conversion's going to pick up. Cancel's going to go through the roof. Oh, trust me. Shit's finna get serious for these apps. They thought it was bad. This was summertime. It was slow. It was slow during the summer. They're about to find out. If you're not adding surge to these rides, we will not take them for those rates. If you're not adding challenges and quests on these rides, we will not take them for those rates. They will see cancel rates go through the roof. Man, everybody's canceling. Man, every students that used to take, 60 rides, a month, 60 rides a month, they're down to taking 10 rides a month. Why are you only taking 10 rides a month? You used to take 60 rides a month. Oh, well, I got a private driver now. He does the other rides I need to do. I only need you guys when my driver can't come through. And that's like maybe 10 times a month now. Other 40, 50 times a month, he's right there for me. So I use him 40, 50 times a month. Yeah, I just drove up to Arrowhead and started converting. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm saying, who needs picket with poster board and popsicle sticks? Our protest is flip the script and convert it. FTS, baby, flip the script. I survived it. And that's the thing, man. A lot of us survived the summer. It's crazy. And I'm glad we went through it the way we did, because it showed us that we can make it through converting. We can fight through converting. We didn't take all the, and the apps are probably like, we made less this summer than we've ever made. They're lying to people, telling people how much and we know they didn't make that much. The only way they can make that much is to overcharge everybody else. They overcharge everybody else. Now they can say, damn, these rates are crazy. All that does is help us as independent contractors. It helps us as independent drivers. It helps us because if they're overcharging everybody else and we can come in at a price that's good for us, they're going to lose that customer. And that customer becomes our private client now. Can you just pick me up every day? Can you pick me up every day? Like, what if every day you just pick me up? I could do it. What time? Normally about 8 o'clock in the morning every day. This is the route I do. $35 fine. $35 is fine. I could do 35. Because the app is only charging me trying to pay me like $14. Oh, well, I pay 35 every morning. Well, they're trying to give me 14. 35 is fine. 35 is fine. I'll just give you the 35. Exactly. But we got through it together, man. We got through it together. And a lot of drivers out there, they're struggling. Once this fall hits and they're still doing that pigeon shit, oh, they're going to be upset. Because this is about to be more riders for us, more conversions. So many people are going to start saying, I saved so much more money by using my own private driver. It's crazy. We go to football games. We go to football parties. We go to bars to and from. Man, I ain't paid a Lyft fee in so long. I don't know how much Lyft is charging. Shit, they be charging people out the ass. Everybody, man, I can't afford these Lyft prices because Lyft's got to keep their revenue numbers up. So they've got to double these fees, triple these fees. They've got to keep their revenue numbers up. They stand no chance against us. Real shit. And that's why every time I'm playing videos, I'm playing you guys about, Steve Jobs. I'm playing, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert. I'm trying to get people to realize who we are in this game. Everybody in this chat, you guys, $100,000, $200,000 drivers. Man, I'm like, man, it's crazy. This is how we going to do it. So hey, can you do a breakdown on a show on what all you need to do, special insurance, how you claim? I have no idea what you're talking about, Ron. How do you claim? I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I just have done cash. I don't know what you're talking about on all you need to do, special insurance, how you claim, etc. I don't know. I'll tell you what, Ron, because I know you're new to the channel. What we're going to do is I got some playlists. If you look at my cash ride playlist, there's a lot of videos in there, tons of videos in there. And I think what you're looking for is probably in those videos. Real shit. You're looking for something that we've already went over. So you gotta go and check out what's in the cash ride playlist. And you can use search. You can look up insurances. You can look up how to convert. You can look up whatever you want to look up. We've already went over all that. So, and on this channel, we keep it moving forward. We move forward fast. If I didn't, I'd have to keep starting back over at kindergarten every time somebody new came to the channel. Can you start back over again? I'm new here. Can you start back over? I'm new here. This channel will be the most cyclical fucking channel you'd ever see. Jeff, you always talking about the same shit because somebody new keeps coming on telling me to talk about it. Nope, I send everybody to what I've already done. This shit's already cataloged. It's already cataloged. So you're in the right place if this is what you're trying to do. You're in the right place. The material is in the catalog. It's already there. So all you got to do is go check that out and be like, listen, this is what I want to do. I'm going to look at this playlist, check all this playlists out. Now I see the insurance stuff in there. I see all of these, not only the insurance, I see how to do cash rides in there. I see how you're going to catch up. You're going to be up to speed, man. You're going to be up to speed. This is, man. What was that, Brian? These apps are ruthless. They hold back rides and deliveries from drivers who have figured out how to outsmart the apps, deactivating drivers left and right this year, especially veteran drivers. Oh yeah. And like I said, last live stream, I even said it. They're getting tired. They're getting exhausted and tired of all of the smart drivers. So they're going to get rid of us, man. They're going to get rid of us. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, just like YouTube taking 30% of super chat, just BS. And see, the one thing I like about YouTube, and like I said, a lot of people go in my descriptions and they always send like Cash App, Venmo, stuff like that. They go outside of YouTube because one thing that YouTube's upset me about, and I've already messaged them already, is because I have twice as many subs as I had when I had like 5,000, twice as many, but somehow I don't make twice as much as the money. I'm making more videos, if not more live streams, everything else, but my money's not growing as fast on YouTube. So I'm thinking maybe there's some employees at fucking YouTube who's playing a game with me right now by saying, well, he don't know how much. No, I'm an accountant. I know how much I should be making. So it's going to come to the point where I'm going to just stop taking super chats, stop taking memberships, and just do everything through fucking Cash App and Venmo. That way YouTube don't even get the 30% no more. And I don't want to do YouTube dirty like that. I want to give them a chance to work with me because I want to work with them. But if you're going to try to play me and screw me, you got some employees there because you have low quality controls. You taking money from me because you think you fucking funny. Oh, trust me. I know how to get my money. I can go around all of this shit. I got my own merchant accounts. I got Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. I got all my shit. I could have a banner rolling across the bottom of my screen all day. I got a whole Excel spreadsheet that I can run memberships in. I'm working with YouTube because I thought it would be a fair play. But if YouTube don't start changing shit real fucking quick, I give them till September. I give them to September. Because if they don't do this shit by September and I'm still seeing the same shit I'm seeing now, oh, trust me, my money will go up by at least 30% because I'm going to cut their ass out of the picture. And now they're going to be sitting around like, well, goddamn, Jeff he don't have no membership group no more. Nope. No membership group. And then I'll turn around and say, not only will I not have a membership group, I won't have any super chats coming through. I'll stop all that shit on purpose. And my office is like, why are you doing that? Because I don't like people fucking with me. It's the principle alone, just the principle alone. And so if you're going to do that to me, then that means I got to change how I roll. I got to change how I act now. I can do, completely unmonetized channel. And people can say, we'll still support you. Because if AdSense is doing what AdSense does, and it is what it is, then it's not that much. The support of this channel is what's really carrying this channel, the support of this channel. And I appreciate that support. But if I'm getting supported on this channel on YouTube, it's like, man, he's really getting supported on that channel. Hey, let's take some of his support. I'll find out. And I know what to do when I do find out. I got my own merchant accounts. I got my own Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. I got all my own shit. So you try to get greedy around me, principle alone. I won't even fucking say shit. I just cut you off. And that's it. It's a done deal. I just cut you off. There's we're sorry. We'll start. No, I'll just cut you off. I'm cool. There's too many YouTubers out there, man. Too many YouTubers out there saying how their money is like going down. So I know shit's slow for everybody. The economy is slow for everybody, but don't steal from me. Because you steal from me, I get real fucking creative to keep your hand out of my money. I get real creative. I'm good for that. I'm up for YouTube like, damn, he made all of his memberships cost 9 cents a piece. Yeah, they're all 9 cents. And that's just to make sure that when people get in there, they see the videos that I can drop in there only. But everybody else they just Cash App and Venmo me their membership for real. So I get all the fucking money. They're not even in my membership group. You're like, oh shit. Jeff's went around. Yeah, I can go around the system. I could do it. I know what the fuck I'm doing. This is a computer. Anybody can get around it. So act right, YouTube, act right on this shit, because I'm one of them people. And they're like, well, we'll just demonetize your channel. So I make more money driving than doing this shit. But on top of that, it's like, for what they're paying me, I'm pretty sure I can cover that through people helping me out through just basic shit going through my own merchant accounts without going through YouTube. Because like I said, AdSense don't pay a whole fucking lot. It really don't. I mean, for every 1,000 videos, I get like $8. Every 1,000 views, every 1,000 views, I get $8. $8 for 1,000 fucking views? Is that how we gonna do this? So it takes me all that time to make these videos, all that time to edit, all that time. I get to 1,000, I get $8. I get to 2,000, I get $16. I can get $16 by just picking up somebody, taking them to the airport real quick, and I got $16. Why do I gotta wait till 2,000 fucking views? It's like I can just pick up somebody. Hey man, I'll do this for you for $30. That's like 4,000 views right there. I just did it for $40. Like, man. And it's like, man, Yeah, big tech getting rich off the back of workers. Jeff shot across the bow. Take note, YouTube. I'm telling, man. Because I mean, I look at everything, man. I look at everything. I look at the unit pricing. When you look at unit pricing of anything and everything, you can really budget how you do shit. Oh, I can make some serious moves on units. Because when you start seeing how much you get for a certain, and YouTube is like making money off of all of us. Because if all you're paying me is, let's say, $9 per 1,000, that's it. And I do 10,000 views or something like that, 10,000 views. That's 10 views. That's 10 times 9. That's $90. And it took me 10,000 views to get like $90. I can make $90 off of one client. Like, I can just say, I'll take you to the airport today. How much? $90. Okay. And I'm done. So for me to sit and fight through fucking 10,000 views when they're not trying to promote me or push me, or they're trying to rob me on the back end, I'm smarter than that. I'm fucking scraping the bottom of the barrel for fucking $90 on YouTube, for real. I could just do this shit on my own. Like, YouTube got to realize we got some really smart people out here that know numbers. We know numbers. So if you got employees out there jacking us, fucking around with our money, doing this and doing that, you got to put a stop to it, because you're going to lose a lot of people to some dishonest ass employees, just like people that steal our tips on Uber and Lyft. When these people are stealing our tips and all, what do? We start doing cash rides. And once we start seeing how easy it is to do cash rides, guess what happens? Now we don't do nothing but cash rides. So it's like these motherfuckers don't realize once you create something, once you create a monster. I made a video saying, Uber and Lyft created monsters. Once you create a monster, you can't put that monster back in a cage sometimes. So one thing, you do not create the monster. Just don't even create it. You need to go to your headquarters, Uber, Lyft, YouTube. Go to your headquarters and say, we need to put controls in places from employees who are stealing from the people who are really earning this money and doing the work. If we got employees in here committing theft, stealing people's, RPM money, stealing people's, super chat money, stealing people's super thanks money, stealing people's tips or whatever. If we got people doing it, we need to get rid of you, because you are creating a monster. And once you create that monster, trust me, they will find a way around us, and we won't get no money in our hand no more from that person. And once people see how that one person is doing, getting money, guess what? Now we got 5 people doing the same shit. Now we went from 5 people to 500 people. You're creating a lot of monsters. Cash rides, all you got to do is piss off one person enough, they got a platform to talk about it. And now everybody's going to do cash rides. Now Uber and Lyft is like, we losing a lot of fucking money now. What the fuck? We're hemorrhaging money. All these people got private drivers everywhere because you fuck up one person. You creating a whole bunch of monsters out there. The pigeons still exist. The pigeons all out there. The pigeons is like, oh man, I love this. This is great. I'm making, 25 an hour, 20 an hour. That's pigeon shit. That's cool. I can make $20 a mile, because we're going to go straight to the source of the revenue. When you create monsters, trust me, it's hard to put that monster back in the cage again. Once he's out, once he tasted that fucking blood, it's hard to put him back in the cage again, because we out in these streets eating now. I know if I talk to this rider, I know exactly what to say. I got my pitch down, man. Dog, my brother, you been warned. Google, Jay Watts ain't your plantation puppet. No, I'm not, man. I don't play that shit. Then I tell folks, man, it's like, who's ever out here, man, doing this shit? Whoever out here doing this shit, because I'm like, I'm making the same amount that I was making with half the subs I got. I'm making the same amount. I'm like, this shit's almost impossible. But I tell folks a lot, subs don't count. It's the views that you get paid on. But I'm like, if I got double the amount of fucking subs, but the same amount of views, then they're not showing my videos to people. They're not telling people that I'm probably even making fucking videos. They're shadow banning me or stealing from me. That's only 2 you can do. You can't double your fucking market, double your audience, and have the exact same amount of fucking shit going on. You've doubled your audience size, but you got the same shit. I'm like, I don't know. He says, bro, you have 9,000 followers. Say you have $3 per person, $27K a month. Even if a quarter of those 9K sent $3 a month, $67.50 per month. Even on a 1/8 will probably be more than YouTube is giving you. Facts. That's real shit. Because like I said, what YouTube, and I've shown people before. Let me go through. I'll show you guys what YouTube is actually paying. Because a lot of people don't go behind the scenes and show you guys what's really going on with their account. I don't give a shit. I'll show you guys what I got going on my account, because it's only fair that you guys see it. You guys are involved in my channel too. So it's not like, let me share this channel for you real quick. Share screen here. Bam. All right, let me go see. Okay, so that's the screen I'm on right now. So I got 10,863 subs, 10,863. The estimated revenue for August so far is $1,480, $1,480. So the video I put out this morning is in first place by 700 views. So 2,000 views on it. And that's 700 views ahead of the last video I dropped. So it's good. So it's sitting okay. But 1480. Let me go into this earnings tab here. Earn. Okay. How can I see? Let me see. Watch page ads. How did I see this shit? I don't know how to see this in here. It's not memberships or supers or whatever. It's something that you can see. Dashboard analytics, baby. Analytics. Okay, let's go to analytics. I don't really do this on YouTube a lot. So I'm showing you guys like everything that's in here. So I've had more views in the last 48 hours than I actually had subs. So I got 11,213 views in the last 48 hours with only 10,000 subs. I like that ratio because it's saying that more people, even outside of the channel, are coming to see what we're doing over here. Probably a bunch of app employees. That's all. Here's my revenue. Okay, my RPM for videos, $8.90. For shorts, 79 cents for every 1,000 views I get on shorts. So for every 1,000 views, I get like 79 cents. On live streams, I get $18.22 for every 1,000 views. So my live streams are $18.22. My videos are $8.90. So if more people watch my live streams, I get twice as much more money. This right here is all the money that I've made here. Let me see. Okay, so this is all the money I've made on YouTube so far, forever. No, let's say forever. Lifetime. Let's say lifetime. So this is all the money that's passed through YouTube over the lifetime of me having this channel. All the money that's passed through. Is that it? Yeah. So like $22,000. So $22,000 has passed through this channel. That's this number right here. $22,140 has passed through this channel. That can't be right. Maybe it is. Well, the first November that I got monetized, I got 59 bucks. That was $59 that month. And then December was 63. And then I got money. So February was $127, 127. But that was all that January. Then the next January, 2023. So this current January where I'm at now, where this shit don't make no sense. Oh, because they don't have it sorted right. I think they've got this sorted. Oh, it's all fucked up. Let's go backwards. It's all sorted. They sorted it based on actual dollars. They sorted it with so let's just say this. July. This past July would just happen. This is all right here. This past July would just happen. I got what, $1,847 in July. So $1,847 I made in July. In June, it was $1,680. May was $1,721. April was $1,454. March was $1,736. So I can look at the other. I mean, my best month was, I think it was like, it was in a January, one of these Januaries, it was like $1,900 I made in a January, almost $2,000. And that's when I didn't even have a lot of subs, really. So I made more when I didn't have a lot of subs than what I do with a lot of subs. That's what's crazy right there. That's what's crazy. And I mean, they tell you what your watch page ads make here. So one month I had like 107,000 watch page ads right here, 107,000, but only made like $994 that month, roughly about $30 a day, 30 bucks a day. This month was 97,000, but I made $1,200 in watch page ads, which is like $40, which makes no sense to me. So I get less monetized playbacks, but I get more money. See, it's something finagly going on with the shit. I don't even know what it is. I have no idea what they're doing. None. And so I need to actually go like sit down with a YouTube person and go through like, what is their cut? That is their cut right there, I believe. Well, that's not their cut. That's what I took home, because these are final numbers right there. So it was more than that. So if they gave me $1,900, then this was really That's only like 70%, I think, of everything. Maybe 60, 70 or something like that. Because I don't know what they get off ad revenue and all of that stuff. I have no idea. So it was well over $2,000 of whatever I made for that January, but I got 1924, which is roughly 70% is what they're trying to say. But I don't get how they do it though. I don't understand how they do it. Like to me, it makes no sense. Let me see if I can, because I don't know if I can even see this stuff. It's not that big. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'll blow it up like this somehow. So that's kind of like what it is. So watch page ads gave me like 10,000 bucks. I don't think I can do this. Yeah, YouTube Premium gives, so anybody who has YouTube Premium over the life of YouTube Premium, you know, I've gotten like $1,400 from whatever YouTube Premium is. I have no idea. Like people who watch it who have Premium, maybe, I don't know. But like I said, it's not a very big channel. What is this saying up here? I just saw something up here, maybe. I can't see. Yeah, I don't know what, like I said, I don't know how to read their stats and all their shit like that. I be trying, man. I be trying to read their shit, but it be making no sense to me. No sense. And so I try to just go, let's say the last 7 days. What did I do in the last 7 days? Or it won't even show. That's the last 365. So like I said, this is right now ongoing August right here. So it says $918 ongoing in August, 918. And it's only like 11 days left. So in the first 20 days, I made 918. No matter how much, I don't know what they took out of that. Who knows? Like I said, I think these are all 70% numbers and stuff like that. But a lot of YouTubers won't go through their numbers and everything. But it's like, man, yeah, with Premium, you don't see ads. Exactly. So if Premium, you don't see ads, then I don't get AdSense from it, which is cool because they say, hey, we're going to pay a little bit of premium for it just because we'll give you something on Premium because people with Premium are, you know, watching your videos. Cool, no problem. Say the audience need to get the likes up. That's how Kevin Samuels made part of his money, y'all. Get the likes up. I don't know how, man. Like I said, the fact that I'm got twice the amount of subs that I got, but I'm making half the money that I used to make, almost have, like pretty much is the same thing. It's crazy. So I'm like, it's not about how many subs you got. Tips are appreciated. Yeah, exactly. And for the summertime, like it was very slow. I still make more from like private rides than doing it. This is gig tuber, as you listed, is 26 out of 50 for top 20 most gig watch tuber in the rideshare and delivery space. Congrats, Jeff. That's what's up. That's what's up. But see, Ron, this is what would kill me. I'm not the most watched gig tuber, and I tell people that I'm not the most watched at all. But I wonder how much those people are making every month on their accounts. I just wonder. I have no shame showing because this is all AdSense and it's channel support. And it's people saying, Jeff, if we can get you to you know, do bigger things, make this channel a better channel, I can get different people on this channel. Because I can get, you know, I would like to have somebody like, you know, Rich Dad Poor Dad on this channel. I would like to have somebody like that. I would want to have somebody on my channel who's very influential to entrepreneurs and business people, not just rideshare people. Rideshare is cool, but rideshare is dead. So why invite somebody to the mortuary? I'm not inviting nobody to the morgue. Like this is a graveyard around here. So I want to do is have people who are ready to help Americans and other people get their money up. Help people say, hey, you know what? I'm tired of doing the rat race shit. How can I do something on my own? Oh, you go on Angie's List, Craigslist. You can do this. You can advertise, market yourself. Really get people who say, we want you to be lucrative. I don't want you to be on a plantation. I want you to be lucrative in whatever it is you do. So, and a lot of, like I said, a lot of rideshare channels aren't like that. A lot of gig tube channels aren't like that. So I only wonder how much they make every month on their channel. And I think, you know, I saw, I think Aaron's gigs, he shows how much he makes from YouTube every month. And I think last month he made like $126 on YouTube. He made $126, 126. Last month I made $1,800 on YouTube. So when people say you're the most watched or people watch you more than anything else, that's cool. It's cool. But I wonder, how much does YouTube support your channels? Because advertisers want to be on channels. Some advertisers don't want to be on certain channels. They don't. Some advertisers be like, you know what? I don't want to be on that channel. It's kind of fucked up. I don't want to be there. My channel is fucked up as it is. Advertisers still be like, you know what? I like his channel. It's kind of shitty, but I like it. Let's advertise on him. And I'm sitting there like, why is more channels not focused on views and AdSense? Because AdSense revenue is free money. It's free. Because I told people right now, if my channel blows up to the point where I'm making, 100,000, 200,000 this shit on YouTube, we starting some businesses. There's a lot of rideshare drivers out there who I don't see as rideshare drivers. I see them as business people. And if corporate America's going to give me money, trust me, there's people that I trust in this space that I say, listen, we about to do this with this money. You said you want to open a daycare, right? Yeah. How about I get all the permits? I do this, I do that. If I invest X amount of dollars with you, all I want is this much of a return on my money. And you can the business is yours, ain't got shit to do with me. This is how you flip money. You invest in the people around you. You invest in the circle around you. You build your circle. Once my investment is paid back and I got whatever I want out of the shit, I don't want nothing to do with the daycare. Shit, you can franchise out and make 2 or 3. When people say, how'd you get started in the daycare business? This YouTuber, right? Check this shit out. He got me my first permits and bought all my shit and did everything. He furnished the whole fucking place, paid for all the painting. I paid the investment back, paid him all his money back. Now I got 3 of these fucking daycares now. At some point, we've got to start doing that. We got to help each other out. We can't be in a rat race. That's why I love when people support this channel, man. It's like, I enjoy the support I get. I wish YouTube supported it more. I think YouTube is scared of me. I honestly do. Facebook was scared of me. Facebook wouldn't post half the shit. I know YouTube's scared of me. I post shit on YouTube, not YouTube, Yahoo. I post shit on Yahoo comments and they fucking reject my comments. Almost 9 out of 10 times, my comments will be rejected on Yahoo. I think they just got me marked on Yahoo. They just got it. Then it's like, I might leave a comment and it's a totally perfectly fine comment. Shit that people talk about in the news every day. Your comment has been rejected by moderators on Yahoo. I'm like, you motherfuckers got me marked because they know I be telling the truth. The motherfuckers scared of me. They scared of me. And so when I go on YouTube, I think YouTube is at that point. They got moderators. They fucking scared. A lot of people that work at these companies are Democrat. I mean, we had Eric Cartwright working at Uber, Democrat. He was hoping that Trump got his head blown off. You got a lot of Democrats working at tech companies. And when you got Democrats working at tech companies and you have a conservative black guy, they're not going to like me. They're going to say, well, I'm going to shut his ass up. I don't have power over him because they're a plantation mentality. Can we control the biggest, blackest bull in the pen? Me. Can we control him? Can we make him shut his mouth? No, not really. Because at the point when I think y'all really fucking with me, I'm taking everything off of YouTube. I'll have that shit on Patreon, Rumble, fucking Cash App, Venmo. I will find ways to get people into the space we need them in to help us to get to our next levels. And when we all start getting money to where we are, if somebody's like, hey, man, I started a daycare. Cool. Now, I got all my money out of daycare. The daycare person, the driver who I helped start the daycare may turn around and go, you know what? I want to hire 3 drivers. I got 2 buses that need to be driven for daycare. They 2 vans. Then I need some daycare teachers. All of us are getting out of rideshare. We're all hiring each other, helping each other, doing everything, investing stuff. Man, there's no telling how far this is going to spread. And I think that's what they're scared of. Just like they scared of Trump. I tell people, I'm like Black Trump. It's like they scared of this man. They scared to see what he can do because when he does something, he's going to make all the fucking money. Everybody's going to make money. Everybody's going to eat well. That's why they scared of him. How can you control people who got money? Why do you think we having this great reset, the income reset, the transfer of wealth? Because they got scared of people making too much money. They want to reset everything, get people back on the plantation so they can have control over them. So when you get strong-minded people and you have technology and strong-minded people, the technology will censor those people. I did a live stream one day showing how big tech is censoring people, how people are being censored for their opinions just because tech is scared of them. They're scared to let people out here fight back. Oh, Patreon only takes 10%. Yeah, I know some people do Patreon. I never even looked into it. Never looked into it. But maybe I should, for real. Because if YouTube's going to be doing me like this, maybe I really should start looking at other options. Because I'm like, you motherfuckers think I'm not paying attention, but I really am paying attention. I'm just saying how far y'all going to go with the bullshit. And one day they're going to wake up and be like, holy shit, this dude ain't making no revenue. Ain't none of his videos monetized. No, because I can click monetization off all of them. I don't have to be monetized at all. I could just not monetize anything. Nobody will ever see a commercial on any shit I do. And just run everything through Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. And YouTube be like, well, he's using the shit out of our platform and we ain't getting no money off of him. Nope, not a dime. Not a dime. No memberships, no nothing. I'm trying to help YouTube because I really want to grow this platform and help drivers out here, help drivers see our worth. There were no true channels out there. There were channels out there saying shit. Know your worth. Know your worth. That's what hey, if you're not paying you your worth, let's protest. Let's all just stop driving for a whole week. Let's all stop driving for a whole fucking week. Yeah. I'm like, how is not driving for a whole week going to help anybody? Motherfuckers going to miss rent. I tell you what we do. Stop accepting rides for a whole week. Accept them, convert them, cancel them, make your fucking money. That's how you protest. No channel was doing that shit. Stop driving. And most of the channels that were saying that, sitting on thousands of dollars in a fucking bank account, sitting on thousands in their fucking pockets. So of course they can sit on a high horse and be like, hey, just stop driving. Do like me. Just don't even drive on the apps. Yeah, I got 40 grand in the bank. Just do like, ain't nobody got 40 grand in the bank, motherfucker. So if we're going to protest, this is how we going to do it. We're going to take app rides, but we're going to cancel those motherfuckers. So I'm not going to sit around watching my neighborhood and my community be pillaged for all the money. Watching them take all the money out of my community while I sit around calling myself protesting when Pigeons is out there taking the rides and shit, and we could be out there doing them all private. We could be doing this private. Hey, accept that ride, show up. Hey, here to pick up Shelly. Hey, okay, Shelly, I'm not doing it for $13. I'll do it for $25. Okay, $25 is right. I mean, one of my first conversions in the truck, I was sitting at Quick Trip, and the dude hit me up for a $7 airport ride. He was right around. I said, let me go pick this dude up for $7. Let me go grab him. I pulled up. I said, hey, man, I can't do it for $7. I can do it for 20 though. Airport, I can do for 20. He was like, that's fine. I was like, all right, cool. It was no issue. He says, how do I cash app you out of it? Right in the card. Bam. If we're going to protest, I'm not going to sit around and tell people not to go get money. What YouTuber does that? Don't go get paid, y'all. Let's show them who's fucking boss. Let's go broke. Let's show them who's boss. Don't do no rides at all. Just sit around not doing shit for a week. And when they get evicted, these YouTubers going to be like, hey, man, we got to GoFundMe to get you a new apartment. Hey, man, we got to GoFundMe to get you a car back since your car got repossessed. People will fucking set you up for failure. They'll use a platform to set you up for fucking failure. And when you fall flat on your face, they ain't nowhere to be found. Oh, you didn't have to listen to me. Actually, you didn't have to listen to me. It was just a suggestion, though. It was a suggestion. You didn't, if you couldn't afford it, you shouldn't have did it. Well, maybe you should have said that shit when you was pitching to everybody. We should all just stop driving for a week. Fuck that. I say drive for the whole week. Just don't drive on the apps. You know how to make money. We ain't stupid around. I got to hold your hand through shit. You know how to make money out here. Man. Oh, yeah. I did that last time, man. I showed everybody how the Kenyans out there, but the Kenyans were doing it wrong because they were letting people stay on the app, being charged on the app, and then charging people on top of what the app was charging them. I'm like, cancel that shit. I'm like, no, don't let them eat your community up like that. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot drive this ride. I charge you an extra $10. Extra 10. Like, no, don't charge them an extra 10. Cancel the whole fucking ride and take whatever they paid. Now it's fair. I mean, Kenya's got it wrong. I don't think they understand what a cash ride is. I'm going to leave it on the app so the app can get more money to put me out of business. But what I'm going to do is charge you extra on top of what you paid the app. Bro, you're doing it fucking backwards. You're not helping nobody. You're hurting everybody, and you're being greedy at it at the same time because you're not thinking about the rider paying way more. You're not worried about the app gouging everybody. Cancel that shit. Move on. You're an independent contractor. Move on. Man, thank you, William, brother. But I tell folks, man, we got to get out here. If we really going to do this and really make this money for real, I would like to get entrepreneurs on this channel. You would never, ever see me have somebody on this channel. Oh, man, I got 100% AR. That's the last motherfucker I would see on. No, not over here. For what? For content? No, this shit is historical. I don't support that shit. I support people. I support entrepreneurs. I support businesses that are going to get money and grow. Not people that are going to be a slave to the plantation and fucking brag about, I'm one of the best slaves out there. Man, look at me. I make slave moves all day. I'm great. I'm making a slave move right now. I just accepted a ride. $3.04 for 6 miles. Slaving it up. Like, what the fuck? Like, no. 2 video drops and a live stream. Oh, shit. 2 video drops. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's like you will never see that shit on my channel because I keep it 100 over here. I'm never going to put no bullshit in my catalog because I want people to be able to search through all my shit and go, what is this dude on? What side of the equation is he standing on? Is he just selling content, selling bullshit? What is he doing? Oh, man, I'm trying to help people out, man. I'm trying to help people out. Riders and drivers both, not just drivers. Because if somebody to tell me that they made 100% AR, they got 100% AR, you telling me you don't give a fuck about your community. That's really what you telling me. You never asked how much this person was getting charged. $116 and you getting $32. You never gave two shits about this person to say, I want to help you. I want to help you. Because 116 is egregious. I want to help you. Don't pay 116. Give me $75. Damn, you can just save me $40 like that? $40 like that? Shit, well, I could eat at the airport then. If you're going to save me $40, I can get me a burger at the airport now. Hey, $40 off right now. Spot. Imagine if everywhere you went, as soon as you walk through the door, oh, man, I got to pay $12 for this. I tell you what, I'll give it to you for $7. You ain't even got to negotiate. Usually, people who have the money have to be the ones fighting for the lower price. They have to be the ones fighting for the lower price. We're drivers in our community. We don't make people fight for a lower. We will give you a lower price. We will give you a lower price. This is a dealership imagine going to a dealership at a car lot. Man, this car is $75,000. Imagine a car salesman walking up going, hey, guess what? They want $75,000 for it. I'm going to get to you for 50. Shit, 50, that's below market price. Yeah, I'm a cool ass fucking salesperson. I'm going to give it to you for 50. Sales manager be like, wait a minute. How'd you get them motherfuckers car for 50? Well, I used my employee discount, sir, and I bought the car for 45. And I turned around and sold it to them for 50. So I bought it from up under y'all. Y'all took a loss. I got a little money and they got a little money. That's how we working now. I'm a salesman. I got a little money and I helped this person save 25 grand. This is how we got to do it. If we're going to take back our community, we got to do it like that, man. This is my AR is high. I'm at 5%. Oh, William, 5%. Man, you like 4% too high. You supposed to be a 1%er. I'm just kidding. I think I'm at like 17%. I don't take a lot of shit, though. I'm at like 17% by now. Say 300 and Jeff. About to get another EV. Looking at Black Model X Plaid 6-seater. Captain seats in the Black Model S Plaid. Targeting niche clients. Lots of return. Business is growing. There you go, brother. Business is growing. Business is growing. In the meantime, you got people out there sitting around. I don't know, man. I'm going to keep trying to chase these challenges. And we are here investing money into more equipment. We buying more equipment. And it's about, yeah, I don't want no car note. I don't want no car. See, that's not an entrepreneur. If you ever hear somebody say they don't want to spend money, they are not an entrepreneur. There's entitled people on welfare, EBT. They don't want to spend money. They'll get money from you. They don't want to spend money. An entrepreneur realizes what we're up against. You got to spend money to make money. You got to spend it to make it. You got to invest it to make it. And sometimes your investments take a loss for a little bit, but at some point you're going to capitalize. You dilute your losses and all of it. You dilute your investment and your losses turn into gains. This is how we do as a business. Too many people out there. Oh, I don't want to make no mistake and buy another car. I mean, I'm going to keep my paid off car and drive it out. Cool. If you got a paid off car, knock yourself out. But if you got 2, 3, 4 cars on the market at all times running, you just maximize your revenue 4x. You just 4x your revenue. 4x. You got 4 cars running at the same time. You got this one on Turo, this one rented to this driver, that one rented to that driver, and you driving that one, you 4xing your money. Man, this is how you do. This is, man, also I comment on your video earlier. These Scottsdale golf carts, people risk their life and sweat and death paying crazy amounts. Meanwhile, they could have rode 2 blocks in my truck for the same. Exactly, Billy, man. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. Scared money never made a purchase. We be up in Scottsdale in big ass trucks, leather seats, smell good, lights up under the seats, music playing. And these fools hopping in golf carts, $25. And what Uber and Lyft doing? Uber and Lyft like, hey, Jeff, $3.47 to take this person a mile and a half down the street. $3.47, Jeff. Take this person a mile and a half down the street. $3.47 in my big ass black truck for a mile and a half down. When this person is paying $25 to go from this bar to the other bar I see right down the street. They're paying $25 to go from this bar in a golf cart to that bar in a golf cart. But Uber tells me we're going to give you $3.47, Jeff. Is that an amazing deal? It's only a mile and a half. Ain't that amazing? Not for the area. Hell no. Right now, everybody's paying a lot of money. The market rate is higher than that. You selling yourself below market rate when you accepting $3, $4 for a mile to go. These people are paying $25, $30 to go a half mile. That's $60 a mile they're willing to pay. $60 a mile these people be willing to pay. $60 per mile. And Uber and Lyft is like $3.47. $3.47. And these people paying $60. If I told these people, hey, 25, you can ride my truck. Hey, man, he said 25, we can ride in this truck. Uber and Lyft is like $3.47, Jeff. Shit. When these people are paying 50, 60, nah, I'm cool on that shit. Know where you are. Walk in, read the room. Read the room. Exactly. Cost me more to start up the truck. And I'm sitting there going, if everybody out here would just say no more short rides in Scottsdale, two things would happen. Either the golf carts would be so flooded with business that they couldn't take no more business, or people would just start saying, man, we know the drivers up here doing cash rides. There's a guy right there. Hey, excuse me, sir. Do you have a ride right now? Can you just take us down to Boondocks? It's like right there. Take us down to Boondocks. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Let's go. Let's go. It's pretty easy to tell about reading the room situation, whereas you can make exactly. And I'm sitting there like, man, if you sitting there and you know, and all the riders in your region know, because drivers have been talking to these people and everybody's on the same page now, they know. Just go tap on a window. Hey, excuse me, sir. We're over at Wasted Grain. We're trying to get down to skin and bones, man. We're just trying to go right down the street, man. Is there any way we could just drop, $25, $30 real quick? We don't want to ride in that low ass golf cart. $25, $30. Can you just run us down here? Let it be known. I'm cool with that. Because you know what the app's going to give me to take you down there in an Excel? $4, $4 to leave Wasted Grain to go down the street. $4. Well, it's only a mile and a half, Jeff. You're making $4 for a mile and a half when people are paying $30, $40, $50 for a half mile ride. It's like, come on, man. Situational awareness. Know where you are. Uh-oh. 4.9 AR, 93% AR, 2% diamond. See, it's not working for a whole week. Let's convert for a whole week. Hey, Greg, that's a challenge. Instead of not working for a whole week, let's convert for a whole week. Let's see if you can end your week with, because they're going to send you a good ride at some point. They're going to send you a good. So I can't say end up with a goose egg on it, but at least say, this is what we do. Have as little rides as you can on the app and make sure your Cash App, Venmo Cash is fucking blowing up. That's the challenge. To say, I want to end my week with maybe $120, $130 on the app. But when you look at my Cash App, $480 on Cash App, $500 on Venmo, turn around cash in hand, $342. That's how you know you're really doing the business right. Because guaranteed, what's on the app is going to be way less unit ratio versus what you did off the app. Off the app, you getting paid and you're saving people. Yeah, makeup melting shit, not showing up to the club broke on those cards. Exactly. And I'm like, man, wait, looking through my numbers, Lyft reimbursed $2.97 tolls last week, but charged me $45 in tolls through Flex Drive. Wow. So they charge you $45 and gave you back $3. I would send a message to them. Ain't no way. I screenshot that shit. Send them a message, because that's not right. They charge you $45 in tolls, but only gave you back $3. So if they stole $42 from 1,000 drivers, that's $42,000 they made. 42 grand they made off of theft, stealing. We're going to steal $42 from 1,000 drivers. 42 G's. Cool. Made our bonus for the week. We made our $42,000 bonus for the week. We got it. Man, you need to send them a message on that shit. I'll be pissed off. No, pissed off. $297, man. And what I'll do, I would tell them right off the bat, anybody getting in my car, as soon as they get in my car, I would tell them, I don't know how much, you pay for this ride or whatever, but I'll cancel it and we can do it for X amount of dollars. That's it. And I know a lot of people say, all right, Billy, man, I'll see you, brother. I know a lot of people say, well, I got to do so many rides on the app just to keep the car. If you're going through tolls and shit like that, if you know that, take it off app. Just do it off app. And charge the rider what you think will be fair. So you know what? I'll do it for like $60. Because if I do the app, they're going to pay me $19. Plus they're going to charge me tolls on that $19. So I'm really going to probably take home like maybe $13, $14. So I'll do it for the $60 you paid. That's fine. But if it's a ride that's not going through tolls, do it on the app if you got to do it to keep the ride. If you got to do a mile ride, 2 mile, 3 mile ride, just do it on the app. And when the app says, hey, man, why do you keep canceling all these rides that got tolls to go through? Say, because y'all gonna take it anyways. Y'all liars, man. Y'all gonna take that money anyways. So I just get cash. And whatever I make, y'all can take it out of whatever balance is there. But I'm getting cash for all my shit. I'm not doing toll rides and y'all lying and taking my money because now I don't have enough money left. Tell them it's the toll booth's fault. Well, if it's the toll booth's fault, then the toll booth need to be like, we'll reimburse Uber or reimburse the rental car place for the issues and the errors we made. We'll reimburse you guys, but make sure you get this lady the $42 that she didn't come through. We'll fix it. That's between them. Because if they're billing you what the booth is saying you did, and the booth is like, yeah, it's kind of fucked up, she really didn't do that, then that needs to be between them. They got to make you whole first. You're just somebody driving the car. You ain't got nothing to do with them systems. You are not linked in through them systems at all. So therefore, they need to get right on them too. It's like subrogation between insurance companies. Two insurance companies can go back and forth, but they already made you whole. You got your check. You on your way out the door. So they got to get it right between them two. They got to figure something out because that shit's not right to keep pitching blame back and forth. You still ain't paid. And they wonder why I convert rides and don't give a shit. They wonder why. Because of situations like what Sherry got. If you're going to do drivers like that, oh, trust me, you ain't doing me like that. You doing drivers dirty. They stealing our tips, cutting our fares up, overcharging people. I don't give a shit about converting a ride. I really don't. So converting all this week, my Uber account has been FLR, nothing I learned here. Exactly. I'm telling you, Benton, man, my account has been for nothing. I learned here. And that's what we do. If we sit here and we know how to drive these apps, we know exactly how to operate in these roads. We know which ways to go to and from. We know how to get people in and out of the airport quick. Like I take 44th Street all the time to get in and out of airports quick. What we got to do is start telling people how much we charge for the services because we're getting paid less, and less with all the experience we're getting driving these streets, all the knowledge we have, all the professionalism we have, all the things we're learning. We're getting paid less, and less. Never seen a profession that pays more experienced people less than they pay brand new fucking people. Never seen it. Nuh-uh. Many of the tolls are my cars in the driveway. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, these motherfuckers stealing people's food and making YouTube content because their customers ain't tipping. Greg, that shit's funny as hell. People stealing people's food because the customers ain't tipping. And I think customers are tipping, but I think the apps are keeping that shit. Because I'll tell you like that. If I'm picking up an order and there's no tip on the order from the get-go, I'm sorry. You agreed to that shit. You agreed to picking that food up with no tip on it. Only pick food up if there's a tip on it. Now, if they start tip baiting, that's when the app and the customer has to say, you know what? You gave this guy $8 tip. Why'd you take it back? You have to have video evidence, not just your word, customer, video evidence of what you're saying. Oh, yeah, you got a video evidence? Because if you don't have video evidence, we're going to charge your account that $8 back and take care of him and probably kick you off the app for lying. Because you can't lie to our contractors like that. So you need video evidence. No more taking the word of the customer and saying, well, the word of the customer is bond. Whatever the customer says is right. No more of that shit. If you can't prove whatever you're saying about this rider, and this rider has video evidence saying that you're lying, we might charge you double, charge you an investigation fee. So if you come out to be wrong as a customer lying on the order, you get charged the tip you paid, and the customer and the driver should get an investigation fee. Say, how much do you investigate? $25 investigation fee. What? Because if you're saying this, and this, and it's true, you don't have to pay an investigation fee. We're going to let you keep your tip, and we won't charge you the $25 investigation fee. But if you're lying, we charge you the $25 investigation fee and your $8 tip. So you just lost $33 from lying that quick. You lost $33, and it all goes to the driver. Drivers be like, please lie on me. Please lie. Take the tip and lie, please. Because I'm going to get a $25 investigation fee with each lie you tell. Guaranteed. 4 of those a day, you made an extra $100 from people trying to lie on you to take their tip back. Ooh, I just tip baited this person. Hoo. Motherfucker DoorDash hit you up. Uber Eats hit you up. Hey, you just said something and the driver is countering that. Yeah, but do you have video of that? Because if you're not saying the video, if you don't show a video of the customer doing that, we have to take the driver's word. So if the driver's right, because the driver said he has actual video, he's got video. The driver had, well, I don't care what he got. I'm just saying what I said. Do you have video though? If you don't have no video corroborating it, we're going to put the tip back on his account and we're going to charge you a $25 investigation fee because we got to look into this now. And you're lying. You're causing everybody extra time. We don't have time for this shit. So we're going to charge you extra time to investigate with the driver, with the rider, with the restaurant. We're charging you extra $25 investigation fee. Well, fuck it then, man. Just give him the tip back. No. Because if I give him the tip back and you disclose it, you about to get hit up for $25 for real now because you lied. You called in and lied. So you gotta make a choice. And that's how you deter shit like that. When people start seeing $25 hit their account, why does $25 hit my account? Oh, that's that time I lied about that tip bait. Shit. Man, another one hit the next day. Man, I'll keep forgetting about that $25 investigation. Yeah. You lying about them little dusty ass tacos is costing you $50. Quit lying about them tacos. Just get a dude to $8 tip and call it good. But the moment they don't stop tip baiting, the moment they have no process in place to go after their customers for the fraud, the customers for the lies, it's no deterrent. People are going to always push the envelope to try to, oh man, I'm going to try to get this food for free. I'm going to say, dude, drop my hamburger. He dropped my hamburger in water and put it on. Yeah. You got video of him dropping it in water? No, I don't got no video of it. Then you could be telling us anything. But I'm not just telling y'all anything. If you don't have a video of him dropping it in water, then we're going to call this a fake investigation and fraud to try to get free food. What do you want to do? You want to put the tip back or you going to pay the $25 investigation fee? If you really that hard up about saving your $8, you won't have to pay the $25 investigation fee. Are you that hard up? And I bet that deters people from doing that shit. Man, don't lie about the tips no more, man. Why? Because they start charging motherfuckers $25, man. When you get caught lying, they charge you an investigation fee. For real? Yeah, man. Driver be sending in video and everything, man. Motherfucker, $25 came right out of my bank account for that shit. Yeah, word gets out fast about that. I'll never order from Uber Eats again. The driver said this and this, and I got charged $25. Yeah, because you got caught lying. Motherfucker, you got caught lying. But as long as these people ain't held accountable for it, they're going to do whatever they want to do. And that's what we got to put a stop to, man. We got to end that shit because it's getting crazy out there. I say exactly. Now, I'm not being billed by Express Toll. That's sent to Flex Drive. I'll be refusing the toll rides from now on. Exactly. But not only refuse the toll rides, get your money back. You owe somebody a $42 cash ride plus do 2 of them, make $80. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna do a $40 ride and a $40 ride, make 80. Then you get your money back. And then you can start back doing app rides again. So yeah, I just had to make my quick $40. Like, wait a minute. So you driving around like just canceling people? Yeah. But ain't they gonna take your rental car if you don't do rides? I'll do some rental car rides later. I ain't worried about that shit, but I'm getting my money back. That's how you got to do it sometimes. Where we at? Oh yeah. All right, we're sitting at the 3.5 hour mark, y'all. Damn, we've been flying. It is almost 3 o'clock right now. It is 108 degrees on my laptop. Let me see something. Wait a minute. 109 degrees on the phone. Oh yeah, I'm not leaving the house. I know I got to go put gas in this truck, man. I got to go put gas in this truck real quick. Yeah, the smart thing for that mechanic would have been to market his business to your channel. Some of these people here may be in the same city or state. I never understand people like that. David, real shit, man. David, hey, this is why I love this channel, because you thought of something I didn't even think about. This is how stupid people on YouTube are. This is how idiotic people are. David just called it. He said the smartest thing for that mechanic would have been to market his business to your channel. Some of the people in here may be in the same city and state. I'll never understand people like this idiot coming here. That's why we call bullshit on him. Because a real business person, a real mechanic would understand this is a channel that got nothing but fucking busted cars on it. I'm talking about changing my serpentine belts. We're talking about, changing out transmissions. And this mechanic, oh, you idiots out here driving, you stupid motherfuckers need to do like me and be a mechanic and make $26,000 in 3 weeks, you idiot. I'm sitting there like, I never thought about that, David. Never thought about it. Never thought about it. That idiot could have came in here and probably got about 2 or 3 clients out of here. Oh, actually, man, since you guys are on rideshare drivers, check this shit out, man. I'm actually having a special for rideshare drivers. I do brakes. I do tie rods. No, he coming here trying to put us down, talking sideways shit to us. You guys are stupid. You guys ain't making no money like that. He's inadequate. Anybody who's adequate in ensuring their work and how much money they would make, you know what they would do? They would walk into the room and offer their services. Same shit we do. When we drive up and we talk to people at airports and we talk to people at hotels or bars, we don't drive up going, hey, what you do for a living? Oh, that ain't shit. You should be a driver, you idiot. We drive. You know how much money we make driving? Shit, we making bank. You see this car right here? Shit. We don't talk like that. We don't just roll up and start trying to put people down. We roll up and see, how can we be of service to you? I mean, do you guys need to ride somewhere? If this is what you do as a business person, this is what you do. Right here what David said. Offer your services. Why jump on a channel full of cars? You're a mechanic. You jump on a channel full of cars and talk shit about the people on the channel. We all got cars that need to be worked on. And this idiot, yeah, I make more money. You guys are stupid. You guys need to just quit Roger. You guys are idiots. And I'm like, why are you even here, dog? Why are you here? See, if David was here, David would have hooked him up with some game. David would have been like, hey, man, the next rideshare channel we get on, because Jeff probably gonna fuck with you, but I'll tell you what, you should have marketed your services. You should have marketed your services. You got all drivers in here, all cars in here. And we know a lot of people who have busted cars because we pick them up all the time. You could have been a mechanic walking in here generating business, but that's why we call out bullshit on him, because he's not a businessman. He's somebody who's he feels inadequate and he wants to pump himself up. But I say, you can do that shit on your Facebook page. Go talk to your family and your friends on your Facebook. Go pump yourself up over there. Don't bring yourself in here trying to pump yourself up around people who could possibly be your clients one day. But you so stupid, you walked in the door talking shit about everybody. David, man, he need a friend like you. He need a friend like you, for real. This dude need a friend like you. Somebody who's actually sharp and on point. On point. What's up on murder? Because dude walked in the doors talking a whole bunch of trash for no reason. I'm like, why ain't you on a channel that does whatever you do for a living? Why are you over here? Just to talk trash to some fucking people that don't do what you do? I mean, I'm not on random channels of people doing like landscaping or people, teachers. I don't go on a teacher's channel. Hey, all you teachers are idiots for teaching. You should come over and drive like us. Why would I be on a channel about teaching? I'm not a teacher. It's like, some people, man, they just not all there, man. They not all there. So, like I said, this live stream went 3 hours, 35 minutes, man. I appreciate you guys for rock with me on this live stream. Real shit. I'm going to get in here and get me something to eat. I ate breakfast when I got up this morning. I'm running hungry again, but hey, like I said, I love keeping it live and keeping it real with you guys on these live streams. I'll probably be dropping another one tomorrow because I want to get up and see what Lyft is doing. Like I said, and most of the time when I'm going through my news and going through my stuff, it would be cool for me to sit online with you guys and even just kind of walk through what I think the industry is doing. We already know the industry is trash. The industry is dying. So what we got to do is make sure our riders and our clients know, if you deal with these busted apps, they will overcharge you because they're hurting for cash because the industry is dying. The best thing for you to do is to find you a private driver in your region. Find you 2 or 3 of them. Find 2 or 3 private drivers and be like, listen, if you can't help me, she can. She can't help me, he can't. Find 2 or 3 private drivers. Like, man, I've had people ask me questions about doing Uber and Lyft, and I discourage them hard because when it's real, because you're looking out for them. You're looking out for them because a lot of people that want to do Uber and Lyft, they don't understand it's not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be. So if you're not a business person, you're not an entrepreneur, you're not ready to come in and pitch for yourself and fight for your money and fight for your dollar, you're looking for some easy pigeon shit. I just want to turn on the app at 6 a.m, drive whatever they give me, and at the end of the day, turn it off. That driver will have probably about $600-700 put on their 1099 for that day. $600 or $700 put on their 1099. And they'll be like, yeah, I made $225 a day. But you're going to get about $600-700 put on your 1099 for all the fares you had coming in. So instead of letting $600-700 be put on your 1099, how about you put about $400-500 in your pocket instead of just $200 in your pocket? Instead of saying, oh, I made $225. Guess what? Charge about $400-500. Because the $600-700 they all paying, you can save everybody some money. And you ain't got to worry about all that shit being on your 1099. Be like, listen, this is what I'm going to do, man. I'm only going to do this route for $25. I'll do it for $45. $45 is fine with me because they charging me $55. $45 is fine with me. He might give you the whole $55. No, So an ex-driver just said an Uber Black was sent to pick her up for $4. Dart Goldlink is contracted with Uber. What? Uber Black was sent to pick her up for $4? Wait a minute. What's Dart Goldlink for one thing? I don't even know what Dart Goldlink is. But how is a Uber Black being sent for $4? They must be paying that shit, man. Oh, Ben, I don't even know what time. Man. I ain't even started my day yet today, man. I have no idea what tomorrow's gonna be like. I'm gonna probably by later today I'll have an idea, and I'll probably set it in there. Contract with the public bus system. Oh shit. Uber Black for $4. The bus system, public bus system for $4. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Now Uber's trying to, I'm telling you, Uber's trying to be like public transportation, and they're trying to make us bus drivers. You're in a private vehicle, a nice, clean, that I got to pay for. I have to pay for this vehicle. Me, not Dart. Dart don't got to fix it. Me, I have to fix it. So how are you going to give somebody who has to fix their own car bus fare. Like we can take our shit to some bus terminal and they can do brakes for us, or they can do a cooling system upgrade for us. We got to pay for that. So $4 ain't gonna be able to pay my rent, my groceries, take care of my insurance, and also fix my car. $4 ain't gonna be able to cover that. Nah. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. Yeah, they out their mind with that one. Dims. No. But yeah, before we get to rocking and rolling too much on this, I'm gonna hop off this live stream. But man, again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Because I like showing you guys what actually we make on here. I want to be able to make 2 G's a week again, doing nothing but rise this fall. 2 G. I don't want to wait a whole month of YouTube putting thousands and millions of fucking videos up. I want to make $2,000 a week. And like I said, I can break it down into per day. If I do 5 days, that's $200 a day. $200 a day. All I got to do is if I'm doing, $50 a ride, that's 4 rides a day. 4 rides a day I got to focus on. I can find any ride from $25 to $35, make it a $50 ride, get that ride and then turn around and say, I've done 4 of those. Now I can worry about the next day. We can make $2,000 a week. We could do that, but it's going to take some finagling. What up, William Mills? It's going to take us to get that. So you guys be out there, man. Y'all be safe out there. Like I said, keep converting. That's the only way this is going to work. Keep converting. I'll be dropping some more videos like later today. I'll drop something tomorrow, man. Hey, call Joe Rogan and book him. Thank you, man. Ben, I'm going to do it. All right, Dims. Hey, you guys have a great day. William Mills, y'all be easy out there, man. Young boy, Duato, y'all be crazy, man. Get out there and get crazy with this money. William, I know you're going to go out there and do it, man. Just go out there and just say, hey, listen, let's make rideshare great again. Let's make it great again. I'm going to try to jump on a live stream tomorrow because I want to see what this lip stock is doing tomorrow because they was, it's an easy day today. Today was just I want to see what they're going to be doing tomorrow. So the middle of the week, let's see if they start trying to get, back up to $12 by Friday. Let's see what they're going to try to do, man. Run the likes. So we need that daily boost, man. Hey, that's what I'm trying to be here for, brother. Like I said, my truck is fixed. So today I didn't drive it yesterday. Today I'm going to drive it today. Let's see if we can go out there and make that money, man. Hey, we did 300 all day, baby. We did 300 all day. Get out there and get it. Let's do it. Say, can't nobody do it better than you, big dog. Man, I love it, brother. Turn the track Olympics on. Want to see some. Exactly. Turn on the Olympics again. Those motherfuckers block banned my whole channel again. That's crazy. They got me last time. And on Last Word of Greg, hey, let's make this money, everybody. This is the team. Let's go out there and get this money. Good luck. Convert. Do not be